is 775.
Yours is 775.
Yeah, what's yours at?
So mine's
1,000?
571. Mine's 571, but I haven't used all my credits.
Damn, fool.
Like
Why do you got all those things sitting and you didn't even unlock them?
because I'm not sure if I should unlock them or not. Because apparently, Second Dinner is going to be moving some Series 4 cards into Series 3, into Pool 3.
Yeah.
And these boxes they only give you a card based on what's currently available in the pool. So the moment that they move those Series 4 cards down to Series 3,
yeah,
even though I got these boxes before that move occurred, my boxes don't know that, and they only give me what is inside the pool at the time. So
really?
it's like I can click on this and it can give me a brand new Series 3 card versus like the old Series 3 card. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to save them for when that swap happens.
Yeah.
Or if I just bust them now since I don't have a lot of Series 3 cards already.
Well, because a lot of them are going to end up being the those gray things. I forgot what they're called.
The tokens?
Yeah. Those the tokens.
Yeah, my token shop's about to pop right here in 15 minutes, man. So is yours. 14 minutes.
Yeah,
13. Let's see what the next card is.
That's interesting that you have Ronan. I have Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it's different for everybody. I think it's different for everybody because our collections are different, right? So it can't be like the same card because our collections are different. So I think it just.
So you don't have Rowan then.
I don't have Rowan. Yeah, you have Rowan.
Oh, I have Ronan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think everyone's collection is different, so everyone's token shop is based on.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool, right? Like everyone's token shop is like different. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's dope.
Have you purchased anything from the token shop?
I have. I think when they introduced the token shop, because I didn't know what the hell they were talking about with these collectors boxes, because I hadn't seen any yet. And then I saw that I had 3,000 tokens, just like I guess maybe given to me. I don't know if
clearly it's free just for making it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought 3 separate cards that were just like 1,000 a piece that I didn't have before that I thought were cool. And then I regretted it because I wanted one more card, but I just didn't have enough, and those.
What was the card that you wanted? What was the one
I think I had an option for Colleen Wing or something like that. And I wanted her because I have a deck for that's for like discarding, and she discards like a couple of cards, and so I wanted her for that deck, but it didn't work out. But because I just didn't have enough, and they give you those collectors boxes only give you 100 tokens, so
it's
you got to open a shit total.
Yeah, I think once you finish Pool 3, you'll get a range from 100 to 600 in a box.
Once you finish Pool 3, like once you've gotten every card from Pool 3?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Well, I mean, they fuck you over from getting cards from Pool 3 because they give you 100 tokens. So they make it so you
shit. Like every collector's cache that you open has a chance between like 4 different things. Okay. It's like tokens, a card, a variant, or an avatar. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I've never received an avatar, thank God. I've either only gotten tokens or cards from.
Yeah, so it's just like between those things, it just rolls between those things. So it's kind of like you can basically say you're gonna probably get a card at least at very minimum, like 1 every 4 boxes.
Yeah. Right? I think I've opened up. Let me see if I can see how many I've opened up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've opened up a lot, dude.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if you open up when you open up a collector's cache, if it's a card, they show the card there, or if it's
they do
just a token.
Like, do you see my screen? Do you see how I have like a card right here?
Yeah. That was a collector's token?
Yeah, these are collector's cache, like Goose.
Okay.
I got Goose here. That was a collector's cache card.
Do you play with Goose at all?
I have Goose in one deck. I have Goose in my Cerebro deck. I actually pulled Cerebro as the very first card in Pool 3.
Cerebro. That's the little orb, right? Okay. That's nice, dude. Highest power cards
He gives your highest power cards +2. So basically, I just run a Cerebro 2 deck. So that means like all my cards are 2 power.
Are 2s? Okay.
So it's kind of like if you look.
So every card in the deck will get +2 power then.
Yeah. Yes. Because every single card I play in here is a 2 power card. So when I play Cerebro, every card gets +2 power.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nice.
And so then I have Goose in here because he's a 2 power card, and he's kind of cool because he kind of locks down a lane, like so no one can play big cards there, right? So it's kind of neat. And then you use like Iron Man because he doesn't break Cerebro, he doesn't break the rules of Cerebro because he's a 0 power card.
Oh, okay. So you could essentially play Morbius then in that one too if you wanted.
Yeah, but I don't discard.
But you don't drop. Well, yeah, Morbius is discarding.
So I don't use that. And then Blue Marvel.
What about Collector? Do you have Collector
3
now?
Blue Marvel's really cool because he's a 3, so he kind of breaks Cerebro's rules. However, when you play him, he boosts everyone to 3. So then 3 becomes the highest power card. And then so everything goes from 3 to 5, right? So like he's really cool, man. So I was doing pretty well with this deck. But it's a little risky because also Hobgoblin, he doesn't break Cerebro's rules because I move him to the other side. But I really want to play this deck with Daredevil. Because Daredevil's a 2/2. Do you have Daredevil?
I don't. I do not have Daredevil. But I saw a guy. I saw a guy that I played against. He had the Daredevil back, and he had the Daredevil, so it was cool.
Dude, Daredevil's sick, man. It lets you see what your opponent plays on turn 5.
Yeah.
So basically, like, if I have Hobgoblin and I see what they play on turn 5, then I kind of know where not to play Hobgoblin.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the risk with Hobgoblin.
So you can hit him the hardest?
So I can hit him the hardest? Like, that's a sick
and then I think if you play Hobgoblin and the whole field is full, then they're shafted, right? They can't.
Right. That's why Daredevil is sick, because if I put it in the lane where he happens to feel, right, then like Hobgoblin's on my side. But with Daredevil, I'll know where to put it. You know, there's no like gamble, you know? So Cerebro was pretty cool. Like that's like one of the first, that was the very first pull 3 card that I pulled. And so I was like, you know, I want to try to build a deck with that.
Yeah.
But I basically just been playing this deck, dude. This has been the deck that I've basically been playing. It's just Devilsaur, Moon Girl. And then
Devilsaur Moon Girl combo is really good, but that was I played with that deck for a while and then I stopped because I got Moon Girl and Devilsaur. But I've been playing a lot with my Mobius deck. So I got Sunspot, Blade, Morbius, Swarm, Wolverine. Dude, Gambit is fucking clutch sometimes.
Gambit's
Gambit
pretty cool.
Is nice.
I don't own Gambit. He was actually in my collector's shop, so I don't own Gambit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gambit is nice because sometimes you get those fields where like your reveal will go off twice. So like I don't care about my cards getting cut, so I'm just like picking shit off, you know, a couple of times.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
Throw,
if I could get Wong, I kind of want to throw a Wong in here because he would be able to make it so that I always have doubles each time. But then I got Lady Sif, Swordmaster, Nick Fury, and Apocalypse, and then I have Jubilee, which I really like.
That's weird that you do Nick Fury.
I do Nick Fury.
Ruin your Apocalypse discard?
No, not really. I use it because sometimes I don't get a hold of Apocalypse early, and then for some reason like my cards end up taking out and discarding the other discard cards. So I end up not being able to actually discard Apocalypse enough times to get his attack boosted. So I use Nick Fury to give me another option for 6 cost guys that I could put out that sometimes will help. But it's weird because Nick Fury only pulls like out of a small number of 6 guys.
Oh, it's the same. So it's the same guys.
It's like almost the same all the time. Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Like I can always guarantee that I'll get like maybe a Magneto, the Giganto one or whatever, the one that's like 6 and 14, but you can only play him on the left side. He's like looks like the Swamp Thing or something.
Yeah, he was on my token shop as well.
Okay, yeah. And then there's like the Leader, which is like 6 and 3, but whatever cards the opponent plays.
Oh, you always get Leader? That's cool.
Yeah, I get leader a lot, and
Yeah, he's pretty OP.
there's like one other that I may get from time to time. I'll get like Null from time to
Yeah,
time, and he
that's not good
works.
for you,
He's
right?
okay for like, well, because I think Null works with discarded cards. It's either discarded cards or yeah, I believe it's discarded cards. Like all discarded cards add like an extra
I
point
thought it
to
was
it.
destroyed cards, all destroyed cards.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have Null. So I don't know,
Yeah,
but I think it's one of those two.
he's a
But
Series
most of the
5
time when
card.
I get him, he's not. He doesn't help me out. Like when the times when I get him, it's like he's
Yeah,
got 0. So
because you're not
whatever
destroying
wins.
cards, you're discarding cards. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be that. And then I used Ghost Rider, and I like Ghost Rider because
Oh, see, I
the
don't own
card's
Ghost Rider.
discarded and he
Yeah,
pulls out.
I don't own Ghost Rider. I don't think.
Okay. So yeah. So if I get a
Is it
card
4? Is he
discarded,
a 4? Is Ghost Rider a 4?
Ghost Rider's a 4-3. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so Ghost Rider will pull somebody from the dead and bring them back out, and a lot of times it'll be one of my discarded cards that discards, so I'll get like a double, or I'll get like a discard on that one. You know what I mean? And
Dude, I
so,
went on probably like a 15 win streak with this deck here.
Oh yeah,
like I just couldn't lose, man. Like
dude,
any
Devil's
game.
Sword, getting Devil's Sword out there is really nice,
dude. But it's also like this is probably my favorite card in the game right here, dude. Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes, yeah.
I love Bucky Barnes, man. It's one of the coolest
Barnes
cards
nice,
ever.
Man. There's another card that's
it's
like
such
Bucky.
a cool card, man. Like Bucky Barnes. Like Bucky Barnes into Carnage is like one of the coolest moves, man. You get like 12 power on like turn 3. Like especially if you played like Nova on turn 1. Dude, Nova's one of the coolest cards ever too. Like Nova's I don't know. Nice, yeah. Like this whole destruction concept, man, is like really cool. And then I just wreck people's days, dude, with Killmonger.
Dude, Killmonger's annoying, man.
Days with Killmonger, dude. Just
people I kind of
by Killmonger. I don't have any 1-drops except Nova. So like Killmonger has no, and then Shang-Chi wrecks people's days. And dude, I'll tell you what, man, I won lots of games by playing 2 Shang-Chis in a turn. Like, because Zabu cuts it to a 2 cost, and then I duplicate it with Moon Girl, and I play like 2 Shang-Chis in a turn. Like,
what, in like 2 areas?
Yeah, I'll do 2 different locations, and it's a guaranteed win pretty much. Like, because like they'll play their big guy at the end. I don't know where he's gonna play it, but it doesn't matter because I just cover both spots.
Oh, okay. And so then, you'll use that instead of your 6.
Yeah, I'll use that instead of like Devil's Sword. Like especially if I'm ahead, like I'll use it.
Yeah. And actually, he's a 4, right? So he would only cost 2.
Right.
So yeah, you're able to drop 2 of those plus something else.
Yeah, and something else. Yeah, it's like and something else. Like Zabu is kind of retarded strong. So that's one reason like I've been playing this just because Zabu's so strong. I've thought about playing, and Moon Girl's a 4, so it synergizes pretty well with Zabu.
Yeah, that's a sick Moon Girl, dude. That's the
yeah, that's a cool Moon Girl, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the pixelated version.
I haven't upgraded her yet. I have 130 collections.
Dude, you tripping? Why you waiting so long to upgrade these things?
Because like, I'm just trying to slowly move through the collection. I don't want to move too quickly because I swear, like whenever I do a boost in like my collection, I play against like all these cards I've never seen before, right? And like I don't know what to do. I haven't seen them, so like I kind of like got to relearn a whole bunch of new cards.
Interesting. Because you're sitting on a lot of weight, dude. Like that's quite a few levels. You'd probably be at 700 if you just got that on Moon Girl. You got other shit on some of these other guys.
Yeah, I have 10,000 credits I could spend if I wanted, but it's just like I'm trying to move this through the collection. Like I feel like if I hit infinite, like if I can hit infinite, then I'll dump it all, and then I won't care because there's nowhere else I can climb to.
Right? Okay, like, does that reset?
This resets
right?
That resets every month, but it only goes down 30 points. Oh, so I would just reset to 70.
Yeah.
So I get everything here before 70. I get all this. I would get all this.
Yeah, bro. I'm at 35, man. Like I'm not even nowhere near 81.
Yeah, man. I've been climbing. I've been getting pretty good at the game, I guess. But like I said, whenever I play against like a whole bunch of new cards that I didn't know, dude, that's the thing about this game, man. Like a new card will just come out of nowhere. It's like, dude, I had no way to like
that thing it
just screws you. It just like screws you. It's like, dude, that's what he did. I did not expect that. It's like crazy. And I had snapped, right? Because I had like double dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
And then like I snapped, and it's like, damn it, man. Ugh. And like, you know, it's like it's so frustrating, you know. So yeah, I just been playing, you know, crap ton of freaking Marvel Snap, kind of a little bit of a habit, man.
Yeah,
I think Marvel Snap right now.
Yeah, the Morbius deck has done really well for me, but the only problem I have, man, is that sometimes the fucking locations, dude, they be brutal, man.
Dude, I know.
And it's like it's just like the shittiest mix of locations for me. And then I don't know about you, but a lot of times I get the person that's running like damn near the same deck as me. Like we're throwing out multiples of the same card, and I'm like, shit, why am I playing against you? Now it's just about who got the best draw.
You know, yeah, that happens a lot where you play people with the same cards as you.
Yeah,
for sure, man. That's annoying. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's a fun game. I was contemplating buying the pack, you know, because it's like it's like $10 a month or whatever. But
I'm gonna do it because like this card and then Silver Surfer are like the best cards in the game, actually, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
And they always put like the best card in the game in the season pass. And then on top of that, the season pass, dude, gives you like a crap ton of like tokens and gold.
Yeah, I saw that it was for a lot of the tokens you end up getting those for free. But I was looking at like the cards, like you would get like 6 different cards, and then
oh, here we go, also, man. New shop item. Let's see. Here we go, man. Ready? Let's see what the new token shop provides. Come on, Daredevil. Jane Foster Thor.
Not bad.
That's not very good, right? Draw all cards that cause 0 from your deck. I don't have any 0 cost cards in my deck.
Well, if you have Thor as well, then you'll have Mjolnir, which is a 0 cost card.
Actually, the very first card in the shop, the very first card in my shop that was offered to me was Thor with Mjolnir, but I didn't buy it because I wasn't sure if I should buy it.
Gotcha.
But
yeah, it's cool. The only problem I have with Mjolnir is that it's an actual card that you got to play. I was thinking it was like I was thinking
but it's 0 cost, man.
Yeah, it's 0 cost, but it also takes up a portion of your field. So you got to have something to eat it away so that you can put something down there that will give you some cost, you know? Unless you just like decide you're going to like relinquish one area.
Like Thor, he's a 3/4 on his own, right?
Mm-hmm. And he gives a 6.
So Mjolnir takes a slot, but it's basically like a 6 cost, like a 0/6.
Yeah.
So that's a fine slot to take up, right? Like you get 0/6, a 0/6 basically.
Yeah, I guess
if you put him on the Thor lane. If you put him on a different lane, then I hear you. Yeah, like that lane's getting hurt. I hear you there.
Yeah.
Because like you got a 0 slot on one of your lanes. Yeah.
But there's so many. I mean, I think if you had like a Wong, and then you just decide that like the lane that Wong is in, and then your Mjolnir that you put in is just going to be your throwaway lane, then you could probably, you know, do some good with that because, you know, you'd be able to throw, you know, 12 onto Thor. So that'd make him super beefy. And then maybe if you toss like Carnage or Venom or something like that in your deck, then you could possibly.
Dude, this is another deck, man. You should check out.
Which one? You got a lot of decks, dude.
This one here is sweet, dude. Like Warpath is really cool. Do you have Warpath?
I have Warpath, yeah. But I've never used them because I never have like an empty location. I'm always sprinkling like certain ones in different areas.
Dude,
I feel like it was concentrating too much.
Dude, Claw snakes a lot of lanes, dude.
Claw's nice, yeah, for
Claw
sure.
snakes.
Can you like you can combine Claw and Warpath, right?
Yeah.
And for one location to just like keep that one.
Yeah, like you can have like an empty location, and then you can like Warpath and then Claw and then Onslaught. You can like get 12 in one spot without even a card being there. Like it's pretty fun. Like this is a pretty cool deck. I have Goose in here too. And then like you don't play Ant-Man until like the very end of the game. Like turn 6 basically.
Yeah, I have Ant-Man. I think everybody has Ant-Man, but
everyone has Ant-Man. But I just think Warpath is a dope card, man. Definitely one of my favorites. I kind of want to build more of a I want to build more of like a Zabu deck that has more 4-drops, and like Warpath will be in there.
Yeah, the only problem is trying to get Zabu. Like, how do you guarantee you get Zabu first?
You buy the collection. You buy the season pass. Oh, you mean
no. Yeah. I'm saying like trying to draw it.
Oh, It's a coin flip. Like half the time you'll draw him. I'm trying to think. Is it better than a coin flip? So on your first turn, how many cards do you draw on your first turn?
You draw 4. You draw 3, and then you get your 1 when you turn.
For the first round, right?
The first turn.
So you draw 3, and then you draw. First round is 1 card, then 2 cards. Yeah, it's a coin flip. So there's a 50% chance you'll draw Zabu by turn 3.
Okay. Which is when you can play him. Unless you have
that's the earliest. Yeah, that's the earliest you can play him. So half the games you play, you're going to draw Zabu, and you're basically going to win with Zabu.
Yeah, so I guess you could willingly and easily just risk, like, okay, I'm gonna put everything. I'm gonna put Zabu in this deck, and every other card is gonna be a 4.
Yeah,
and then maybe like 1/6 or something.
Yeah, maybe maybe what you would do is maybe you would run like, you know what you could do? No, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say we could run like Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's
and you can run like you can run the Quicksilver, and you can run like no. What you could do is you could put America Chavez in, so that gives you a little bit better odds of drawing Zabu, because you won't draw America Chavez until turn 6. So it's not something you can draw.
So if you're going off of that ratio, then you could put Domino and America Chavez in there, because Domino won't ever get drawn until the 3rd turn.
Right. And so that's 2 cards.
Chavez won't be until the 6th.
Right. That's 2 less cards. Now
your first turn, you're guaranteed.
You have higher odds of drawing. And then also Domino's cool too, because Domino will give you a turn 2 play. Like if you have a lot of 4s in your deck, then you can play Domino, and you at least have something to play on turn 2. And that
if you don't get Zabu,
can help you. Yeah, like that 3 power can like help you out. So that's probably what you do. I bet you a Zabu deck runs Domino and American Chavez. I would bet money. And then,
there's probably some other ones that you could put in there, but you don't want to put too many to force.
Yeah, you don't want to put too many, because you want enough 4 drops, right? A lot of 4 drops.
Yeah, and there's only 10 cards, right? So
12.
Yeah,
12 cards in a deck.
There's 12 cards. Okay, so you're making sure that 10 cards will be able to be played, or you got a small bundle.
And then you just go crazy with 4 drops, man. Like you play
Kazar is definitely one.
You freaking play Jessica Jones, dude. You freaking play.
Wait, does Jessica works with that with the freaking Zabu too, huh?
Yeah, dude. You drop like 2 of them. If you Moon Girl it, you get double Jessica Jones, dude. You just drop them in the lane. That's 16 power, dude. That's 16 power, and it can't be Shang-Chi because they're 8. So Shang-Chi can't kill the 8s. You know, like I don't know, dude. This is like there's lots of power here. See, now he can be Shang-Chi'd. Warpath can be Shang-Chi. Dude, White Queen is so sick too. Probably one of my favorite cards right here.
White Queen is pretty nice too.
Because you get to see your opponent's hand, man. You get to see what's in your opponent's hand. And you're like,
and you get it.
Dude.
If it's a nice ass card, you get it too.
Well, I just like it. Like if I play against you, right, and I play White Queen, and I'm gonna get your Apocalypse. And then I'm gonna be like, oh snap, this dude's trying to drop Apocalypse on me on his last turn. Right. And so I know kind of like what to play around. Right? It's kind of like, oh, okay, he's going to play Apocalypse probably on this lane, so I'm just going to snake this lane, right? Kind of something like that. Like, White Queen is sick, man. White Queen is really good. Sure. And then I got this, too. This is a pull 3 card. Have you seen this guy? Crossbones?
I got him once. It was a field thing where I had to pull from the opponent's deck, and they pulled from mine, and so I saw Crossbone. But I
thought about playing this, but I feel like Jessica Jones is just better, because she's going to be basically an 8, but he's already an 8.
And she has no restrictions.
But he can only play on lanes you're winning, and so that's kind of like a pain.
Right.
But yeah, like, and then Jubilee is pretty sick too, man.
Jubilee is my favorite, dude.
Dude, pulling stuff out for free with Jubilee is pretty dope.
And just imagine, man, you get Zabu, and then you pull Jubilee out. And then you get like one of your other 4s out. You get a Jessica Jones or something like that for free.
Or
like
Crossbone, dude. Free Crossbone.
Yeah. And then if you use Kazar is only good for one power,
drops.
Right? Or one cost.
One cost, guys.
One cost. So you probably wouldn't put Kazar in there, but
nah. You definitely run Shang-Chi for sure. And you might run Enchantress. She kind of shuts down stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Enchantress is cool, but that bitch annoying sometimes, man.
Because she shuts your cards off too.
Yeah, because she shuts your ongoing stuff. You gotta watch where you play. But
yeah,
man, sure. You got some cool little variants. Do you ever use Strong Guy?
Nah, I don't ever use Strong Guy.
I feel like
I've never once used this guy. You might be able to in your discard deck.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like Strong Guy would only be feasible in my discard deck because there's a couple of times where I just won't have anything.
10 power. That's pretty strong, man.
Yeah, dude, for a 4. Yeah,
strong. For sure. That's really strong.
Yeah, man.
He's a strong guy, though. But yeah, I thought this was the dopest variant, man. I thought this was the dopest variant.
Dude, that was a sick one. Like I have variant. I only have like 1 or 2 pixel variants. I have like Odin and then like maybe one other one.
But I was like, oh, dope, Moon Girl, because like I play with Moon Girl a lot. She's definitely one of my favorite cards. It's not even just like it's not just adding cards here. It's that you get to use 2 cards that you normally can't use 2 times. Like that's so sick.
Yeah,
like Double Tongue, she is like one of the dopest things, man.
Yeah, I love when I get Moon Girl and I have Gambit, then I can double Gambit.
Double Gambit, I know, right? Like that stuff is fun. Yeah, man. She's like one of the coolest cards in the game for sure.
Yeah,
she's like one of the only where you can like play a card you can't play twice 2 times. Like she kind of like breaks the rules of the game. Like that's kind of like why I like Daredevil too. Because he kind of like breaks the rules of the game, like you get to see what your opponent played on 5. Like that's the whole point of this game, because you don't get to see what your opponent plays. You guys play at the same time. That's like a whole mechanic of this game, and Daredevil just breaks that rule, and like you get to see what they get to play, in turn 5. It's like I love cards that are like that. Like so, yeah, it's just
that literally be the thing that like wins games, right?
Yeah,
you're looking at your location,
exactly, dude.
Damn, I can play here and here. Which one do I play on? Sometimes you play here, and then it's like, oh, they play over here, and then they use something like Magneto, where it draws your shit over there, or like Doctor Strange, where it'll take some of their heavy hitting cards and then bring them over to one side. And you're like, damn, like I left that side open, and they just got me. And there's other times where you can drop it in the right spot, then you're good, and then they drop something heavier, and it just
sometimes it feels like a coin flip, right? Like, okay, I can put it here or here.
It's a gamble, dude.
Put here, I win. If he does, I don't. So I'm like, do I play this game out or do I retreat? Like it's just a coin flip, right? Like it's funny, man. Like how.
But I think the Zabu deck will work really well because you just have you'd have a lot of heavy hitting cards for low options, so you'd be able to litter the field more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's cool.
Like on that last turn, you'd be able to just like, oh, I'm gonna fill both spaces. You know what I mean? Because I got that much energy.
You could just dump 20 power, all really quick, dude. Another cool thing about Zabu, man, is you have those dumb locations that are like you can't play cards that cost 4, 5, or 6 here.
Yeah.
Well, dude, Zabu makes them 2, so you can play them there. So even though they're like generally 4, the game sees them as 2 now. When Zabu drops them, you can start dropping 4-cost cards, and your opponent can't do anything about it because all they can drop is like 2-cost cards.
Yeah, they stuck.
Like 3 cards, so there's no way they're beating 4-cost cards there. You know what I mean? So it's like you guarantee with Zabu to win that lane, and then like you just try to do some kind of power to the end.
Yeah.
So, but it's just weird too, man. Like I don't know how it's just crazy how well the destruction mechanic works in this game. Like there's so many like locations that are like at the end of this turn destroy a card, or like if there's more than one card here, destroy the cards here. And Bucky Barnes, man, just snakes locations doing that stuff, man.
What's also good too is Wolverine.
Wolverine's cool. I just don't like that it's random, but yeah, Wolverine's pretty sweet. Yeah,
but like a lot of times he'll just drop down in that location, get destroyed, and then he'll come right back to it.
Yeah, it's a 33% chance. Yeah,
yeah.
And
I had one before
where strong, right?
Yeah, Lizard is nice.
Dude. Just cheap. Pull 1 card, man, but a 2/5 is strong.
Yeah, I like to use Lizard in my Professor X deck. So I like to drop Lizard, and then if I can drop Professor X on that same one, so I can just lock that shit up like real quick.
Right. I kind of like using Storm for that. Storm's like I really like Storm a lot.
Storm is nice. I use Storm in my Professor X deck as well because she'll lock it up. But she gives them a chance to like throw something out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? And if you got like a Sunspot
too, man.
I have Vision, but I don't really play with Vision.
I know, I don't either, but he's so cool, man.
This is a cool
you can move
looking
this
card, though.
each turn. Like if you can cheat him out, man, like with Jubilee,
especially if you have that.
you sliding him around.
It's good, but it's like at the same time, it's like a 5 card, a 5 cost. So it's like you don't need like if you have one of those field locations where if you move a card to this location, it gets +2. You can only do it like what I'm saying, like one time, the last round. That's it. To get
but if you cheat him with Jubilee.
If you can cheat him with Jubilee, then yeah, you got some extra time for sure.
Yeah, but even if you play him on turn 5 for a 5 cost, like there's like 0 downfall because like there's no picking the wrong lane. You know, like that issue of like, damn, dude, I should have put him here.
Oh yeah, because you can just move him.
You just move him. Like if you put him in a lane and you end up losing it, you're like, well, then I'll just move that 7 power. And that opponent has to deal with that 7 power, dude. Like, I don't know. Vision's like dope. I think Vision's like definitely one of the coolest cards. He's just hard to fit into any deck, right? Like he doesn't really fit into too many decks.
Yeah.
But with Jubilee, he fits, right? You just like cheat him out, So
I almost low-key feel like Jubilee can fit into any deck.
You think so? But
like she just works really well.
Not if
in
you
a
have
discard deck, huh?
Not if you have like 2 cost cards, right?
Well, yeah, I guess if you have if you're going with like low cost cards, then she might not fit. But like in my discard deck, she works because she'll just bring something out that can discard another card. You know what I mean? If I didn't have one, if she ends up getting discarded and I still have Ghost Rider, I can drop Ghost Rider to bring her ass back out, and then she can bring another motherfucker out of the deck. You know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of like rinse them shits. And she's just like good in some of the other decks. The only thing that I found though is this bitch is finicky. If you got like a couple of 1 or 2 cost cards in your deck, she guaranteed to pull them shits. Like the majority of the time, she'll pull them shits.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I don't like that she.
So it's like, it's just like, damn, man. If you could just pull my higher ends, I would really appreciate you.
Because she kind of shuts down a lane on her own, right? Because she's only 1 power.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so she's kind of like the power like Mjolnir, right? Like it's 0 power, so like you kind of lose a slot in one of your lanes with her.
Yeah.
So she has to be pulling something out important, dude, to really like compensate.
Right. A lot of times I'll get her to pull out Nick Fury for me. Sometimes like the Hulk for me or something. You know what I mean? She'll pull out something big. But a lot of times. In one of the versions, I'll throw the Hulk in just because he's like a big, 12 or whatnot.
Why don't you run this guy in your deck?
I do have the Infinite, but I don't run him. Yeah, the Infinite, but I don't run him because sometimes, dude, it's like just sitting by and not having not dropping a 5 guy is annoying, man. Like, yeah, it's 20, but like if you don't have like an influx of cards to drop before then your field is like minuscule, Sometimes I have turns where like because how my deck's made, I got like 3s and 4s in my hand. So I don't play anything on the first turn. I don't play anything on the second turn. So I get to start playing on the third and the fourth turn. So that's like 2 cards out there. Maybe I was able to throw like, 3 cards out there at once because I started getting a 1 in or something. And then it's like, I got to forego the 5. So unless I'm running Sunspot that can benefit from me not playing a 5, then it's like, damn. Like I don't play anything on this turn to get him for 20.
But you just use him if you can, right? Like otherwise you're just hoping he gets pulled with Jubilee, or you have him as an option in case like you have an opportunity to play him.
You know what? I haven't played him in a deck with Jubilee, so that could be something. Like if I put America, Infinite, Domino, and then have Jubilee in there, and then have a deck with some other cards, that might help me out.
Yeah, like this deck here, you see, like you have America in this deck. I have America, I have Infinite and Vision, and Jessica Jones. Like trying to pull all these out with Jubilee, trying to pull these guys out with Jubilee. Like if you pull Vision, dude, that's sick. If you pull America, that's sick. And if you pull Infinite, that's extra sick. And then you do have Sunspot to maybe take advantage of Infinite.
Yeah.
On turn 6 if you want, but you don't have to. You know what
Budget
I mean?
Control. I like that name. You got armor and storm. Do you play with the Scorpion a lot?
I do quite a bit, actually. Not every deck, but quite a few decks. Because one reason is he's just annoyingly good, right? Like him and Iceman
hitting your whole
are like
fucking
super
hand, dude,
annoying,
is annoying
dude.
as shit. Yeah, Iceman is definitely annoying, but it's not as annoying as Scorpion is.
Dude, Iceman's so scary. Like dude, it happens so much, man. Like I have like 4 cards in my hand. You know, they play Iceman turn 1, they hit Zabu. Right? It's like, come on, dude, you get anything else. Or like I have 4 cards in my hand, they play Iceman, they hit Devil Dino. It's like, well, that just sucks. So now if I use my Moon Girl, I can't play 2 dinos now. Like all I can play is 1, right? Like because it ruins it that badly. Like Iceman frustrates me. I think Iceman frustrates me more than Scorpion, you know? But Scorpion's just strong because like if you hit 4 cards, you're essentially doing like a 2 power 6 card. It's like a 6 power card for like 2 mana, you know? Dude, there was one game, man, where I played Scorpion where you get to add a copy to your hand. And I played like 3 Scorpions, dude. And like, so his hand was dropped by 3 power. Dude, it was like so much. There's no way that guy was winning that game, dude.
Hey, do you like the Ma? I like the Ma.
Who?
The Ma. That 1/7 card. That's right there.
Yeah.
No, down. Yeah, one more down. In the middle. Right down.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, Ebony Ma. Yeah.
Dude, he's kind of neat. He's kind of neat. But
yeah, he's good if you can get a couple of cards out quickly and then just drop him and you don't give a shit about that location. A 1/7 is wicked, man.
That is wicked. Yeah. You play him?
I've played him in I have like a deck that's got him in it. I think it's in my my lockup deck, the one with like Professor X and Storm and shit. Because you got to get him out by the third round or whatever, or it's too late. But a lot of times I'll throw him in there because sometimes I get like, you know, like Sunspot or something, and Sunspot's good to have in there with him because he can just keep on collecting. You know, so
yeah, Sunspot and the Collector are pretty cool, man. Like these are cards that like.
Yo, that's really a cool ass area, man.
Yeah, that's a
is that from the fucking Silver Surfer?
Yeah, set you got Silver Surfer season. Yeah, I played a lot of Collector, man, because I was playing him with Moon Girl. It's like whenever you Moon Girl, he gets like 4 power, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so nuts that you have fucking 120 of those shits just sitting on this guy.
Oh yeah, there's 120 sitting there.
You should just I could make
this dude go. I could make this dude go infinite if I want, probably.
Yeah. And that would give you like mad collector's levels, but he's just.
I don't want the levels, man.
He's just stay pulling the trigger.
But dude, man, like, this is really cool because like if you play on a lane with like you said, like Professor X or like Storm, like Collector or Sunspot, like you could totally throw your opponent off. Because like these guys keep gaining power while your opponent can't, you know, like
exactly, yeah.
Collector was really fun, man. I played a lot of Collector. This was probably the deck that I played like. This is probably the deck right here that I played like a lot of. That I had. Where is my Collector? Just I play. Where is this? No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I deleted it. But I played a lot of games with Collector and Sunspot, dude. I think I dropped Collector for Scorpion in this one. Yeah, and because Sentinel, dude, like just keeps making Collector grow. Collector grows more. You know, White Queen makes Collector grow.
What's the other one that one agent? You got an Agent 13 right there. Agent 13 again.
Yeah, Agent 13. I had that in there. That was making Collector grow. Yeah, dude. Agent 13 is pretty fun.
Yeah,
I got some pretty cool cards from her, man. Like, cause you know, there's so many cards we don't own. You know, so like, you can just like, play with these cards that you don't own. Like one time I drew Leader from her, like you were saying.
Oh, okay, that's a
and
good
like round. Leader just wins the game, man.
Yeah, in my collector's deck, I've got Nick Fury in there as well. Because Nick Fury will give you 3 cards. It's supposed to have Agent Coulson in there as well, because I think Agent Coulson gives you 2 cards. And then I want to say, what's that other one? I don't have it, but you get it from Nick Fury sometimes. It's the big base or whatever that they have. I forgot what Shield calls their flying base.
Oh, you got that? Yeah, that like
No,
10
no, I
cost
don't.
and 9
I
like
don't
a
have it, but yeah, it's like a 6 cost, 10 power.
10 power and
But
like
it
with it 6
says
cards or something, it does
yeah, it
something,
gives you like
right?
3. Yeah, it gives you 3 cards, so that's a good one to have if you had that. But if you got Nick Fury, you damn near get that like almost every time. So if you had a discard,
Oh, so I see what you're saying. So Flurry, he must be calling like Avenger type
dude,
things.
he calls Nick Fury will call he'll call the Hulk from time to time. He calls She-Hulk a lot for me. Um
Oh,
he
She-Hulk.
calls the Carrier, and he'll call like a couple others. But yeah, he's got like a solid like group that he calls, and it's like a guarantee it's within his group. It hasn't been too many times where I dropped them and I got something that I hadn't seen before. It's like,
Interesting.
oh, okay, I got this guy again. Okay, all right. Let me see which one.
It's always Avenger type things. That's funny because they don't really explain
It
that.
doesn't
It's
say it.
just
Yeah, it's
straight
like a
random
secret
6
thing on
cards.
there.
Yeah, but he's only calling Avenger cards, man. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, man. So
That's funny, dude. That's
you
interesting.
should definitely try to play with him with that collector's deck and see.
He's a cool card. Like 5/7's not bad.
5/7's good.
That's quite a bit of power.
7's a solid number, man, for a 5 card. Yeah,
5/7's pretty strong, man. Yeah, Professor X is interesting, man. He's like high risk, high reward for sure.
Yeah, he's like, you can drop him at that 5 to cap that, but he's got the 3 points. So that's the only thing that sucks. But yeah, I mean, if you can drop him and in hopes that nobody else dropped a guy down on that turn to lock that area up, you know what I'm saying? You're good. Like once you got it, you're good. Nothing changes.
Yeah, man. We're a Marvel Snap channel now, man.
We did do 40 minutes. All right. Yeah, enough of Marvel Snap. You'll still be playing that in the background or whatever. But yeah, man. This is like a belated Happy New Year's, but Happy New Year's to everybody. It's been like a 4-week break. I was sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit.
Yeah, I hear a little bit in your voice for sure.
Clear up and whatnot, but my voice was gone last week. I was trying to do the pod last week, but my shit was like I was whispers. And then we had other things going on and stuff. I was doing some yard work and shit like that the other previous weeks. We got time with the family and stuff. Enjoy those days off. But anyways, man, a new year, a new list of hypothetical games that'll drop. So
that's right, man. What are you most?
We got the countdown, man. We got 10. We got 10 games for most anticipated that we're gonna start with. All right, so. Before we start with our top 10 list of our anticipated games, Ray, let me hear your runner-up. Which one didn't make it? Like, give me the one that
didn't. Man, like when I look at my list, man, like I like a lot of the games on my list, like big time, and so it's like really hard because there's a lot of good games coming out this year, dude. And so for me, I had to keep something dope on the list. And so the one that didn't make my top 10, but I think is still dope, obviously, is Wo Long. Wo Long, the Fallen Dynasty.
Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty, man. That's crazy that didn't make your damn top 10 list, bro.
Dude, yeah, I just I don't know, man. The games I have on my list I like a lot. And I played the demo of this when it was on Game Pass. Do you remember that? Did you ever get a chance to play this?
I did not play it, dude. I missed it.
Yeah, I played the demo. There or it's gone? I think it might be there. Check it out. I'm not sure, but I played the demo, and it was kicking my ass, man. And I was like getting annoyed because it was like, dude, I was letting the game kick my butt, and I was like, but at the same time, like I know it's going to be amazing because it's a freaking Ninja. It's Ninja Theory.
It's Ninja, yeah, man.
Yeah, so I know it's going to be a great game. So, and I really loved, Nioh 2 a lot. I played a shit ton of Nioh 2.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed it. And so I know this is going to be good. I'm looking at it. It just seems like Nioh.
It feels like another Nioh, dude.
Yeah, it feels like another Nioh.
That's like the main thing that's got me pumped for this. And the reason why I'm super excited about it is this shit is on fucking Game Pass, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's coming to Game Pass, man.
That's true. It's only a couple months away too, right? So it's like
it's right around the corner. I think this dropped like February at some point. But
but I mean, we could be the judge if I made a mistake or not. But this is a cool looking game. You can't deny it. So It's got to be mentioned. It's got to be mentioned, you know.
Yeah. This one was definitely one of those that that had to be mentioned. Just because it's Ninja, you know what I mean? And so far, Ninja's been the only one to give me that same joy that From Software has given me. Like to come close to it. You know what I mean? Like I loved the shit out of Neo. I played the crap out of that, and then I loved Neo 2 even more. Like they just improved on it. And you know, and it's just like I was playing it just as much as I played Dark Souls, Demon Souls. You know what I'm saying? I put countless hours into these things, you know, just doing the builds, just getting the freaking.
Yeah, I think Neo 2 was your game of the year that year, right? Or something like that. I think the year it came out, you had given it your game of the year, Neo 2.
Neo 2 might have. I'll have to check. If not, it was like number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If there was like a PlayStation game that came out or something, you know what I mean, that might have beat it. But yeah, it was up there. That shit was up there, man.
All right, now what's your honorable mention? What did it make your list?
So this is funny, right? I have a stipulation on this, right? But my runner-up is Forspoken, but only only if they have something in the settings that allows you to reduce the canter. If they do not, I will not get it. But if they have something that can just the bantering or whatever between the two, her bracelet and herself, if they can reduce some of that shit because the fucking lines are just trash, like
totally
and they just pop off all the time and it's super annoying. If they can reduce that, this is a really good game. Like I had a lot of fun playing the demo. I would have played it a lot more if they had more, but I was like enjoying it. And I'm like, damn, man, this game is good. But fuck, if the word is like the shit that they're talking is just not annoying. And it's like, it's the same stuff. Like maybe if you had just given them, like, for instance, right? The bantering in High on Life is a lot. It's a lot of banter. And you can increase it or decrease it.
Dude, did you beat High on Life?
I didn't because I've been playing God of War.
Dude, bro, I just want to say a quick thing about High on Life.
Yeah.
Dude, like I was watching some videos on High on Life that just pop up on my feed. Like I wasn't searching them and I like watch them.
Yeah,
and dude, man, literally every time I watched a video, I was cracking up, man.
It's like, a fun game. It's a funny game, yeah.
Like I was dying. He's like, "Oh, bud, did that happen to you, man? Let's do it." All you can say is "Let's do it now," and you just said, "Let's do it, let's do it." I was like dying. It was like every time it was funny, you know. And then like the little guy that pops up, you know, and he's like, "Oh, you're trying to speed run right now? That's cute," you know.
Yeah. I saw that. Funny, that's super dope. That the game would like know that you're trying to skip shit.
Yeah,
and then, like,
it's funny too.
Up. Yeah, it's super funny.
So like I don't know. Like, I was like the banter in that. You're right. Like that really worked. But like the banter in this one, man, is nothing but nerve rattling, dude. Claws on a clock, you know, claws on a chalkboard, you know.
Yeah, dude. It's like, you know, and it was like I hope that maybe they reduce like some of the script or something like that, so that they wouldn't they talk too much about things that happen in the game, so it would divulge too much in the demo if the Bengal would talk too much. But like that shit was just annoying, bro. Like it was just like, damn, like I'm playing this and they got a lot of cool aspects. The magic was cool. The way it was hitting, it looked like it was hitting hard, you know what I'm saying? So the fighting was enjoyable. Traversing was really fun. You know what I'm saying? It felt like you had speed and stuff like that. But the only thing that was just bothering me consistently was just like the banter, between the Bengal. And it's just like, damn, it's always going on. Like every fight, you know what I mean? Like you got to run around and it's going to be that repetitive shit, right? Because you're always going to see alligators or crocodiles. You're always going to see like some deer or something like that, you know? And if you kick it, if you attack it, you finish them off, then the Bengal is always going to say, oh, wow, that was enjoyable or something like that, or that was a bit much or whatever. Was that, do you think that was necessary or some shit? And it's like, come the fuck on, man. Like just say something else or don't say shit. Like you just said that 2 minutes ago when I encountered the last crocodiles. I just want experience. That's all. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my one thing. If they get rid of that, I'll try to get this game for sure. But if they don't, I'm not gonna get it. I don't think I ever want to play a game without hearing it. The only games that I play without hearing sound effects and music is mobile games. I don't play Marvel Snap with the sound on and stuff. I just play the game. But I don't want to get a
Yeah, I don't play the game
with
with the sound on either. Can you imagine though having to turn the sound off on your game, dude?
Yeah, that would be just whack.
That's for me. Like that's the one thing too, bro. Like if they have a feature that just lets you toggle off the banter, or even like you said in like High on Life, you can like tone it down or like make it like very non-existent. Then I would consider playing this game. But it's that bad to where like I don't know if I want to know if I want to spend money on this. Like $70. Like I'm not sure if I want to do that. So yeah, man, I don't know, bro. Like that's kind of like where I'm at on it. I hope it's good, but I have no faith, that it's gonna be any good.
Yeah, for sure. But all right, so starting at the top 10, man. Go ahead and give me your top 10, like your number 10 most anticipated game of 2023.
All right, my number 10 most anticipated game of 2023 is Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Oh, okay, really? That's on your most anticipated, huh? That's interesting. Dude. Did you played it before though, right?
I never finished Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
and when I did, it was a long time ago. I don't remember any of it. And I freaking loved Resident Evil 8. And if this is even like remotely as good as like Resident Evil 8, I'm super excited. Yeah. Like this has to be at least number 10 on my list, right? Because I like Resident Evil 8 a lot. I played the shiz a lot of that. I could have almost maybe platinumed it as much as I played that game.
Right.
So like I'm excited for this, bro. Like
I mean, Resident Evil 4 was a really great game for me. I had played Resident Evils in the past, but I never really got into them because of how like slow and methodic they felt. But with Resident Evil 4, it was more of like an action game with a good story. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed playing it a little bit more. And since then, the Resident Evils have followed that same kind of thought process, and so I've enjoyed all the Resident Evils since then. But I could see that if you never finished it or whatnot, or you just are really a big fan of Resident Evil, that this would be one of those games.
Yeah, I never finished it. And what I do remember of it is next to nothing. So, and if they're supposed to go in the same vein as like 8. I know Resident Evil 8 was basically like not a rehashing, but they went back to like the gameplay mechanics of 4. Like 8 gleams heavily off Resident Evil 4, where Biohazard doesn't do that. Biohazard is amazing too, though.
Biohazard is awesome, but it was a totally
Resident Evil 8 is more Resident Evil 4. And that's why I'm super excited for 4, because if they kind of basically 4 again in the way that they just recently made 8, then this is a winner, like big time winner, not just a little bit winner. I think Resident Evil 8 is underrated. Like it's like at an 80, 82, but I think it's way better than that. Like to me, Resident Evil's 8's a 9 at minimum. Like
Resident Evil 8 Village was a really good game, dude. It was
really good game. I wanted to platinum it. Like I was playing it through again.
Especially when you have like all those extra points and stuff to buy those weapons to start with.
Yeah. I actually did play it through twice.
Yeah.
I remember I played it through twice. I played it through on normal, then I played it through on easy because I wanted to get to the end so I could level up my weapons. So that I could play a game with the unlimited ammo weapons. So like I was gonna play it through like a third time. Like that's how much I liked it, dude. It was so good. It
was a good game for sure.
Anyways, so Resident Evil 4, man, that's my 10.
Okay, that's solid. So for my 10, it's actually Starfield. And
whoa, that's low, dude.
I'll tell you why. Man.
Whoa.
The reason why I even put it on my list, right, is because it's Bethesda. So, and we've been looking for this game for a while. But because Bethesda hasn't done shit in a good minute. That's why it's on like my 10. It's like I want it, but will they bring it out this year? I don't know. Do we know much about it? No. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a whole lot to go off of that would give me the desire to want to play it besides it's Bethesda. You know what I'm saying? So
dude,
that's why I put it on a 10.
I could for sure give you the whole feeling of like, will it come out this year? I could totally like relate to that. Yeah. And that would make me cautiously put it on the list. But dude, man, there's no denying, man, just like how incredible Bethesda games are. And so it's like I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible, but and then it's like also at the same time they're still using the same engine that they've been using. They still haven't like changed to a different engine. Nobody's going to Unreal. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to keep their same Bethesda engine, and they do like some slight improvements of it or whatever. But you're still gonna get that quirkiness of like past Bethesda games and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a shit game, but just because of like how much I don't know about the game, and then whether or not it will actually drop this year, I'm still on the fence about. So that's why I put it at 10 for me. Like I do want to play this game.
I have a feeling you're going to be freaking lapping it up, dude.
You said what?
I have a feeling you're going to be lapping this game up like you've done every Bethesda game.
Yeah, I'm sure I will when the bitch comes out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I just don't know, And they gotta really show it and prove their asses off on this one because of how long they've been on freaking underneath Microsoft's umbrella now, and they haven't dropped shit. You know what I mean? Like they gotta drop this, and it's gotta be fantastic. Can't be no issues with it. They can't Fallout 76 this shit.
Right.
It's got to be great off top. So, but like I said, like I'm looking forward to it, and it's on Game Pass, so I'm super stoked. I'll be ready to get that shit, as soon as it drops, and play it. But yeah, it just made my 10 just because of the fact that like I'm still trying to figure out like what's this game about and what are you doing in this game. Is it going for a funny theme or is it going on a serious tone? You know what I mean? And is it going to come out actually in this year, So that's why I did that. But yeah, man. So what about your number 9?
My number 9 most anticipated. I don't know if you thought about this, man, but Stellar Blade.
I did not think about Stellar Blade.
Yeah, dude, this was like super dope to me. This was like I think what took my Wulong slot because it has like a feel of that to me.
Okay.
That I kind of wanted to play more than Wulong. Gotcha. Like, and then just like the whole cyberpunk, kind of like sci-fi setting was like huge to me. And when I saw this at the PlayStation, whatever that was, I think it was a PlayStation or something. I was like, dude, that looks super sick. Like I'm super pumped and excited about that. So
okay.
Yeah, man, that's kind of like where I'm at on that.
Stellar Blade, yeah, I think I remember seeing the trailer for this, but I don't remember or recall too much about it and whatnot.
Yeah, so
it looked like it could be like a little Bayonetta almost.
Yeah, for sure. But like, just like this combat looks sick, and these enemies look epic, and like, I was just like,
is this supposed to be Souls-like?
Yeah, I think it has like a Souls-like aspect to it, just like Wulong, just like Ninja.
Yeah.
So this had like this felt like
that looks sick. The way I fucking
it felt like it felt like Neo meets Bayonetta with the Dark Souls spin to it. So
yeah, okay.
I was just like really pumped about it. So I couldn't. I mean, look at that. That's a dope enemy, dude. Like that's a sick enemy.
Chainsaw guy. Yeah. Okay. All right, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes on Stellar Blade. Do you know if that's gonna come to Game Pass at all?
That's a good question, man. I have no idea if it's coming to Game Pass at all. This feels like a PlayStation game, probably, but I can't imagine why PlayStation wouldn't allow this. on their platform. But but yeah, so
okay, all right, yeah, that's solid then. Okay, so for my number 9, man, Atomic Heart.
nice. Okay.
I when I saw that one, I got like that BioShock kind of feel, and I was like excited to play it. You know, I wanted to check it out. And the great thing about Atomic Heart is that it's on Game Pass, man. And that
Dude,
sucker is coming out, I think, next month or something like that. You know, so
heck yeah, dude.
yeah, so I'm like excited for it. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I can check this out, and I didn't have to spend a dime. You know, and I can play this thing to my heart's content and really critique it. But yeah, it really just gave me like a big BioShock kind of feel.
Totally, dude.
Every time I see it, I think that the same guys who did BioShock did this game. I know it's not the same guys, but it just feels that way. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing this one. But yeah, so Atomic Heart, man, that's my number 9, dude. It looks like it. Hopefully, it should have like a great story.
Dude, look at that! It just looks like BioShock. Absolutely,
yeah.
BioShock.
It just looks like BioShock. That's like one of the main things.
Like, look at that world. Look how massive it is.
Now, if you can go to all of the stuff that you see in that world, that's gonna be really sick. Yeah, that's gonna be super sick. So, yeah, that's one of those things.
That's tight, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's like the beauty about it is like a couple of the ones on my list, man, are coming up like super soon. Like those are like damn near guaranteed to be coming out. You know, so it's like, we'll be able to enjoy these like early. You know, so that's a good thing. Is like at least the year will have a couple of solid games that came out. You know, that some you might be
that playing. We know we're getting, right?
Yeah, that we know for sure we're getting. The others are speculation, but it's like at least okay, you got 3 solid ones or whatever that's coming out at the very beginning of this year. But yeah, so on to number 8. I'll go ahead and give you my number 8. It's Redfall.
Okay.
So that's
I'm really curious what you got in your top, man.
So that's another
These are some good games, man.
Yeah, I mean, so like Redfall, from what I understand, is almost like a Left 4 Dead, but vampires instead of zombies. You know, so that's why like if it ends up,
I read that this is actually not that. I read that it's like Bethesda's take on Far Cry. I heard
on Far Cry,
not Left 4 Dead. Yeah, it's like their take on Far Cry.
But is this a multiplayer? I thought this was a multiplayer, or is this just a single?
It's multiplayer. Far Cry is multiplayer.
But Far Cry was like, you got like one person or whatever to like that could join you. But this one, it seemed like you could have like 4 people join you. That's why I thought it was more of like of like Left 4 Dead or whatnot. And then you're just going from like point A on the map to like point C as instead of like exploring like a wide open map or something like that. But who knows? I mean, maybe they take like both concepts, and kind of combine them together and whatnot. So you're just able to explore like a wide area, smaller area, but you're able to explore the whole thing with like a group of 4 people or whatever. But the reason why I put it at 8 on my list was because it felt like it was gonna be like one of those like Left 4 Dead type of games, and I don't really have that many people that I can play it with, so I'll be at that mercy of like finding groups and stuff like that, and then and hoping that the story will be enjoyable enough and it won't be just like a countdown.
Well, if it's more like Far Cry,
like Far Cry, then it'll be and it should be pretty good.
That alleviates your stress, right? Like,
yeah,
like you won't have.
Yeah, if I can just play the story, and the guys that come with me are NPCs or whatever, and I can run like that, then I'm totally okay with like the guys being NPCs, and then I still have like a group running with me, and I'm able to finish the story, and
then you could like play multiplayer if you want to, right?
Yeah.
This is an open world game. Like I'm pretty sure it's an open world game, like not just like a corridor runner like Left 4 Dead is,
Yeah.
Where you're just like moving down a corridor or something like that. I'm pretty open world, bro. Like this is gonna be dope.
All right, but yeah, so yeah, that was my my number 8. But for those reasons, so I mean, if it does end up being something totally different, then it was just as easily rise up. It wouldn't overtake like my top 2. It wouldn't overtake my top 2, but it could possibly.
Yeah, I can understand that. But it could definitely rise up in the top 5, I would think, right?
Yeah.
If it's more Far Cry than Left 4 Dead, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah. So what about your 8?
All right, my 8 is Final Fantasy 16.
Okay, that trailer got you, huh?
Dude.
Yeah, that Final Fantasy 16 trailer was pretty sick, man.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm pretty stoked for this game, man.
It was, but I mean, like, I wanted to play Final Fantasy 15, and I think I downloaded it, but I just never got to playing it, man. It's just one of those games.
You like it, bro.
You're gonna spend so long on it.
Yeah, you do.
And I just dreaded starting it because I knew I was gonna dedicate a lot of time to being able to finish it.
So I'm definitely mad pumped for this game. This is definitely a day one buy for me.
Okay.
I'm definitely on this one, like, no doubt about it. But you're right. You got to kind of dedicate some time. So, like, depending on when this releases, I can't remember when the release date is for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to try to look really quick.
But yeah, hopefully there's nothing that's like around it within like a good like 1 month or so time period, because like before it and after it, because it's gonna suck.
Oh yeah, this is perfect because it comes out. This is why it's day one for me. It comes out June 22nd.
Oh, dude, summer game where it's super dry.
Break, dude, when it's super dry. That's why I love this game, man. That's why, like,
that might actually be like a really good. Yeah, that might be a really good buy for summer. Yeah, for
sure.
Like
that's when like it gets extra points because you actually have something dope to play in the summer, which you never do. It's always it's always waiting. So, and dude, this is my number 7, and this is huge. This is kind of like one of the biggest.
This is your number 8.
This is my number 7. My number 8 was Stellar Blade. Oh no, you're right. This is my number 8. My bad.
Yeah, this is your number 8. Number 9 was Stellar Blade. Yeah.
So even more so to my point, this is number 8 on my list, dude.
So you got
dude, this is a sweet year of gaming, man.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to go that far.
I don't want to say, I don't want to say it's like legendary.
We don't want to do that again. Because last year was looking mighty sweet, and that shit was ass.
But this is pretty sick, dude. So there it is, man. Summer 6/22, dude.
6/22. Yeah. No, that's a solid date for that game right there. Like that will give you enough time. Summer be like hella dry. You could get that off during that time period, and I think you would be good with that one. That's an official game. Sure. Okay. All right. So for number 7, man. So my number 7 is Flintlock.
Wait, what? I don't even know if I ever heard of this.
you heard of Flintlock. You saw Flintlock. Pull it up.
Dude, I'm gonna be jealous. Oh, this is the one you shit on me for this. I was one that liked this game, and you were dogging it.
Was I?
You were dogging this game, dude. You're like, that little dumb hatchet. I was like, that game looks sick as heck, dude. And you were freaking dogging the living daylights out of it.
I think I saw more of it. I don't know, but
dude, this game looks sick to me. I missed it.
Yeah, it was like the open world aspect. You know what I'm saying? You got the souls.
Dude, you were shitting on this game.
Everything I don't remember that.
You to believe.
I don't remember shitting on it.
I was giving everything you could to get you to believe in it, man. I was like, "What are you talking about? That hatchet's perfect. She's small of stature, like that."
I think it's because I could actually. I think it's because I could actually see gameplay on it, and the stuff we were seeing before might have just been like small trailer stuff. But
either way, I'm super glad you came around to it because I thought this game was sick, man. When I saw it,
it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it'll be pretty cool. It definitely looks like a Souls game, so it'll be one that you got to kind of, take your time going through it and stuff like that. But it looks like it'll be a grand type of game. So, this one was one that I was like, oh yeah, I remember that one. And then I had watched some gameplay, and I was like, okay, this is looking a lot better. It's looking like something that I would want to play. So I put that on my list. But
Yeah, definitely, man.
but yeah, man.
I was super impressed with it when I saw it, and I was like surprised how like you didn't see it. I think Mark was like agreeing with you, and I was like, you guys are crazy, man. Like that game looks dope. And
Yes.
then like you watch some gameplay, so now you agree, but it's like it's cool, man. Super cool. And
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
have that flintlock pistol, man. Like that's cool.
If you can,
But
as
yeah,
long
but
as you're utilizing magic and the flint, like you know what I'm saying, like the fact that you're
but yeah,
using
look
magic
how much
and
that
different
knight looks like a straight Dark Souls copy.
yeah, with
Like
the red
even the way
eyes.
it moves, in its combat and the red eyes, like this
Yeah.
just feels like Dark Souls. Like so, I don't know. This looks sick for sure.
Yeah, and it'll be cool, especially if you can have like a pet or whatnot, you know, running around with you and stuff to help you attack and shit. That's always fun. But yeah, so Flintlock, you know, that one, regardless of what I said before or whatnot, this one's finally made it onto my
Yeah, I'm
most
glad
recent
you.
page.
I'm glad you remembered to put it on here, so it got featured on our
Yeah,
little anticipated because this is a sick game.
yeah, for sure.
This is a sweet looking game for
Yeah, it
sure,
looks like
man.
it'll be fun. I definitely want to see more of it. That said demo down there, but if I can actually play a demo, I gotta find it because I'd love to give it a whirl, you know, and
Yeah,
see
it
how
does say
it feels.
demo. Yep.
So, yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to keep my eye out for that one. I might have missed a time. I feel like demos should be one of those things that you always just leave out there. Like you make a demo and then you leave it there, like so that anybody can just check it out. You know, like putting a time limit on the demo. I feel like that sucks. But
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
So, what about your 7, man? What's your 7?
All right, my 7. It's been said already. Redfall.
Oh, Redfall.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just got one notch closer to the top.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was really considering putting in top 5 as well, but dude, looking
Mhm.
at my top 5, I don't see how I have room because my top 5, I feel like it's banging.
Yeah.
But Redfall seems sick, bro. Like when I learned it was more Far Cry than a Left 4 Dead, that got me much more excited, and that's probably why I put mine a couple spots higher than you.
Yeah,
Only
I mean,
because
well, only one, but yeah, I could agree with you. Like, if it does give you more of a Far Cry feel, I could swap Flintlock and Redfall for sure.
right, yeah. So I just think like it's an open world. Like that world is massive. It's their take on an open world, and I loved freaking Deathloop to death. Like you know how much we loved it. We both, I think, gave it
Deathloop was awesome,
10s.
man. Yeah,
It was a
Deathloop was game of the year. The
it
year
was
that
a
came
low
out.
10, but it was a 10. Like it was a 10. But this is I've loved everything that who was it that made Deathloop?
Bethesda.
No, but who's the developer that makes it though? Like they make
Oh,
Dishonored.
um, so
No,
what's it?
they're owned by Bethesda. Arcane Studios. Yeah.
Arcane. Yeah, there you go. Arcane.
Studios, they're owned by Bethesda. But dude, I freaking really liked Prey, and I kept trying to tell you and Mark to play that game, even though it's old, because it's freaking incredible. That was such an incredible game. I wanted to mention it on my top 10 list of the year, even though it wasn't out that year. But I played it an off year, but I still wanted to list it because I enjoyed it that much.
Yeah.
And then Dishonored, we all know how amazing Dishonored is.
Dishonored was
and
awesome.
then Deathloop. Like those are some incredible games. I'm such a huge fan of Arcane that like I know for certain that this game is going to be rock solid good. So, and also once again, it's free on Game Pass. So like you cannot like
can't go wrong with that, dude.
Gets bonus points for that,
Yeah, man. And if it drops this year, dude, it's gonna be a good game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely looking forward to it. The fact that you got loots and stuff like that you can get, like all that stuff is gonna be dope. So yeah, I think now that I look at some of that stuff, yeah, the fact that you might have loot and different things like that, it could very well just be like a different rendition of like Far Cry. Mm-hmm. So that would be dope. So yeah, I might even switch and say that my 8 is Flintlock and that 7 is Redfall.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. We're gonna love it. So that's it, man. It's my 7. You ready for your 6, dude?
Yeah, man. So my 6th is Skull and Bones.
Dude, news though, right?
Huh?
It got delayed again.
How long did it get delayed till?
It got delayed for like the 7th time.
That shit.
I'm not kidding, bro. I'm not kidding.
Wait, when did he get delayed to? I thought this bitch was coming out in like May or June.
I know, bro. I'm pulling up the story right now.
This a bitch.
Okay,
I knew a
Skull and
couple of these
Bones.
motherfuckers was going to
Skull and
be on the
Bones
process
gets a
and
new
get pushed
release
back.
date, man. It seems like maybe, just maybe, Ubisoft's troubled pirate sim was going to launch. But then on September 28, 2022, Ubisoft confirmed our own reporting and announced that again that the game was being delayed. The publisher's new release date was March 9th, 2023, which I think is what we were expecting.
Yeah.
The delay followed a technical test in September that didn't go great, with players reportedly claiming the progression felt shallow. Here's what we reported.
It felt shit shallow, or
the progression felt shallow.
Right.
Yesterday, Ubisoft announced yet again that it has been delayed. The troubled Skull and Bones, and this time it didn't give any specific release date. Instead, the game is currently scheduled to launch in Ubisoft's fiscal year 2023-2024.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
either way, it's a sweet game.
Yeah, this was one of those where, I kind of put this in that same category as Starfield, except I just wanted to play this one a lot more than Starfield. But, like, I know that there's a possibility this bitch doesn't see the light of day for, like,
That's a possibility, dude.
Yeah, but I wanted to put it up there as, like, I've been looking for, like, a really good, pirate game, and this Skull and Bones is supposed to be it. I don't understand why it's so hard. I think the only thing you would have to do is just build off of Black Flag, and then just figure out how to make it multiplayer. But it seems like this shit is like really tough for them. I feel like if they just gave you the single player campaign mode first, and then incorporated multiplayer in later, this game would do still like really well. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be like all for naught. It would just be a way of incorporating what everybody's ships has gotten into, and like, oh, you have in-game now. You know what I mean? You could play your in-game out there on multiplayer. That would really give you something to fucking.
I know, man. I agree, bro. I don't know why they're having such a hard time, dude.
It's not fathomable unless you're trying to work out like, ratios. But if you literally just made multiplayer the end game for this game and just gave you a single player campaign, you wouldn't have this problem that they're trying to work with. Because if you're trying to work with like progression and stuff, you could just make it so like you have progression tiers, but it's like prestige type shit. You know what I mean? And like all that stuff is used to like make your ship better or something like that. Like you could totally do in-game shit with that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I wish I could get inside knowledge of like what exactly is like holding them back. Like what's keeping them from being able to drop this game. Because it seems to be something that's devastating enough that they just keep pushing this bitch back. But nevertheless, Skull and Bones, it's a good possibility that it could be coming out this year, maybe December 23rd or something stupid like that. But if it does come out, I will be excited for it. That's why it's on my list. All right, Ray, what's your number 6, man?
My number 6 is Atomic Heart.
Oh, okay. You put Atomic Heart up there. Nice. Yeah, you stoked about it coming up next month too, then.
Yeah, dude, I am stoked about it, man. Like, basically, it's just like an open world BioShock, kind of like the Dream.
Yeah.
And not only that, it seems like mad crazy creative.
Yeah.
And so I'm also just kind of like basically giving it bonus points because the world building seems so incredibly well done, right? Like it being BioShock is cool enough, but then like I put it a little bit higher on my list only because I feel like the world building is incredible. Like these like androids,
it's like unique, right?
Like, yeah, it's
you
unique.
Haven't seen this type of shit done before. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like a nice, good take. I don't know what the fuck is in his hand. He must be doing a vacuum or something. sucking all that shit out, but he was pulling all those tricks.
Right.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I agree, dude. This is like definitely one of those like day one when it drops on fucking Game Pass. I'm gonna be playing that shit. I want to say that Atomic Heart drops first, and then Wo Long does like a week or so after. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to play as much Atomic Heart as I possibly can before Wo Long comes out.
Yeah, dude, this game looks incredible. Once again, neither one of us could put it in our top 5. But damn, it's close, right? Like
it's fucking
really close.
Yeah.
This game looks pretty dope.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So nice. And like once again, it gets bonus points because it's free on Game Pass.
Yeah.
You can't deny how awesome that is.
Yeah, man.
Dude, Game Pass is kicking butt on our list here, dude.
Dude,
Game Pass like three of the mentioned have been, I think.
I mean, so far, right? We got Starfield, Atomic Heart, Redfall for me,
and Redfall. Almost every game you've missed, almost every game you've talked about is like on freaking
on the list. Yeah, besides Flintlock and Skull and Bones, they're on Game Pass.
Like, that's sick, man.
Yeah, and you didn't mention Starfield yet on your list, right?
No,
yeah, you didn't mention Starfield yet, but you mentioned Atomic and then
okay,
that
man.
Shit better not be number one, sucker.
This is it, man. This is it. Number 5. Top 5 most anticipated game of the year. You want me to go first?
Give me a number 5, man.
Number 5. I gotta bring up the. Give me a sec here. I gotta bring up so everyone can see this. I gotta bring up the. There we go.
It's a game nobody's ever heard of before. Jumanji.
That's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. That's the wrong one. Where am I at here?
What are you trying to do?
Shoot. I want to bring up my YouTube again.
Oh,
no, here we go.
You just added an extra page.
I got it. Number 5. My number 5 most anticipated game, Spider-Man 2.
Aha! Yep, I hear you.
That's my number 5 most anticipated.
Number 5, man.
Dude, like you can't go wrong with Spider-Man. Like number 1 was incredible. I think we both gave it like over 9s, one of our favorite games that year.
Number 1 was superb.
I adored Miles Morales, like maybe even more than Spider-Man.
Yes.
Even though it was a shorter game and it wasn't quite as in depth.
But it was more of the good stuff with a different character.
Yeah. And they did a good job, man, with Miles. Like the character was great. The story, I was touched by it. Mm-hmm. I kind of like was a little bit teary-eyed at the end. Like, I mean, I didn't cry. But you know what I mean? Like I was actually kind of like touched.
Yeah.
You know, like what's this salty discharge, you know?
Oh, question real quick. You watched the first episode of The Last of Us, right?
Dude, not yet, bro.
What the hell are you doing, dude?
Dude, because I want to watch it all.
Okay, I thought you want to binge this shit.
I don't want to have the freaking I don't want to have the freaking cliffhangers, man. I hate that.
You already know the story.
I hate that though.
You already know the story, man.
I know. I think I'm gonna do it because I think I'm gonna watch it so we can talk about it next week. We gotta talk about God of War next week, and we gotta talk about Last of Us next week.
Yeah. I'm still trying to finish God of War for sure. So I'm still trying.
So hopefully you can like finish that maybe or get close.
Maybe.
And then we could talk about it.
I just killed Heimdall. How far?
Okay. It depends, bro. Depends on if you just focus on story. Like you can get through it probably in a few hours. But if you're trying to do everything on the side, you could be.
I'm not now. I'm not trying to do the Crucible. That's the only realm that I haven't touched.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I platinumed it.
Did you for reals?
I for real platinum God of War. Shit, I platinumed it.
You put some time in it. You had to kill some Valkyries and some other shit.
That's just going for you, dude.
All right.
So, but I want to see what you thought about the game. So, like, I want to do like a spoiler review on it. You know, like as long as these thoughts are still here, because like as we move forward, we start playing new games.
You're gonna forget about the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
So
it's fresh in my mind right now because I'm playing it. But if you move on to a different game, you'll forget about it.
In some weeks, man. So
all right, Spider-Man 2, dude. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 2014, phenomenal game.
Totally.
Miles Morales, outstanding game. And then
both of them together.
For you to get both of them together, it's gonna be superb. You know what I mean? Like the only thing I could have asked for more was that they just gave each of these motherfuckers their own game. So we get two of them in a year or something like that. That's the only thing I could have asked for. But if not, like you get to go through two, it would be really nice if you can go through like a whole bunch of storyline for one, finish it, and then get your whole bunch of storyline from the other one. That would be really dope because then it'd be like 2 games in one.
Yeah, totally.
But
I just didn't want them to undercut. I mean, I just felt like Miles Morales was way too cool to not include in the next game. We talked about this a long time ago.
Right. Yeah,
like, even though like I agree with you, I just felt like Sony was gonna do this.
He can't be left out.
Right, they can't leave him out because he was so well received.
But at a certain point, though, you almost make it like not as special, you know? Like if you keep dropping all the Spider-Man games and both them motherfuckers are in the game together, Peter was supposed to die at some point when there's a Miles. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like there needs to be a transition. They should almost technically exist in 2 different universes. You know what I'm saying? For them to be running together.
There's some truth to that because, like, if they ever kill off, you can't kill off Spider-Man. Like, there's too many stories, you know, that you can tell with Spider-Man. Yeah. Right? And then there's stories you could tell with Miles. So, yeah, I get the whole point of, like, splitting them up.
Right.
In their own games and their own universes kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they just, like, they're probably just going to, you know, right now milk this, you know, for as long as
they can. Yeah, because, I mean, it's like, okay, they've done this route where, you know, like, Miles is getting tutored or whatever and trained by, you know, the OG Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's plenty of comics where, you know, it showed that Spider-Man had died and then Miles picked up the mantle and then continued from there. And then you got the movie which has Miles, but he's in like a different universe. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't open this one up with Miles as in a different universe. And then Peter coming to visit. So I don't know how they're gonna, you know, I don't know how they're gonna do it to continue with the, you know, this, you know, with Peter Parker Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. I don't know if they'll just like, oh, Peter didn't die until 10 years of Miles being a, you know, a Spider-Man or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Because what you gonna say? Spider-Man, big Spider-Man, and mini Spider-Man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just Spider-Man, you know? Nobody knows which one's what. You going Black Spider and Blue Spider? Like, how you gonna distinguish?
Right, forever. So yeah,
maybe they go extreme and they kill off Peter in this one, and that's why you got both of them in it.
I'd be surprised. I mean, they could only because maybe it's hard to keep developing a game every single 3 or 4 years with both Peter and Miles. But there's just so many stories to tell with Peter Parker too, right? Like it's hard to throw that character out.
Yeah, for it to be redone and then started over, and then for you to immediately usher Miles into the picture, and then immediately kill Peter would just suck. It's like, why'd you even restart the whole shit and bring him back? Just make Peter old, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And instead of like a guy in his like early 20s, you know? So,
yeah. But so we'll see where they go. That doesn't change the fact that it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's my number 5, man.
You fucking added Venom into that equation, dude. It's about to be sick. If I could play with Venom, we had the Venom suit in the game, you know, just to hint at it. But fucking playing with Venom would be fucking ill, man. All right, so my number 5, man. That was a good number 5. That's a solid number 5. My number 5 is Lies of P. You remember that one?
Is it like that? Lies?
Yeah, LIE.
Right, you mentioned this. This game looks sick as heck.
Dude, I want to play this one so fucking bad, man. That's why I hit my 5.
Sick as heck, dude.
The fact that it's Souls related and you play as Pinocchio is fucking ill. I'm all for this shit, man.
Oh my gosh,
it's got that steampunk, type of feel.
Dude, look at that. That's sick. That little wind up enemy, dude.
Yeah,
look at that guy, the way he moves, just the way he moves, all rickety, and then he swings down at you, dude. Like that's
yeah. And now that I look at it, it's almost got the aesthetic of Atomic Heart a little bit.
Yeah, there's Atomic Heart vibes here.
Yeah,
definitely, dude.
but
Definitely Dark
yeah,
Souls.
dude.
This is Dark Souls for sure.
Lies of P, man. When I saw that trailer, I was like, holy shit. And this thing has been in development for a while. So I think it could be a good possibility that we get this bitch this year. But again, this
is a risky pick, though, right?
It's a risky pick. Yeah, this one might not come out. I know my top two is for sure coming out this year. But but these other ones, you know, you can play with them a little bit.
At least your top two will be on.
Yeah. My top two is solid, but yeah, man. You know, Lies of P, man. If that wasn't on your list, dude. Sucker, you forgot a big one.
That's not on my list. I forgot. You got me on that one, dude. Yeah.
It's kind of like Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade in this one, you know.
Wow. Yeah, you totally got me on that one.
Yeah, man. This one.
I forgot all about Lies of P.
Yeah,
because this is gonna be sick. I'm gonna be like lapping this up, right? Like,
yeah, it just got too much Dark Soul feel in it. Like, I feel like I would just enjoy it too much. So, I'm definitely looking forward to playing this one a shit ton, dude. The whole buildings, running on the buildings and shit, like that's so Dark Souls. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, getting the opportunity to play this one this year, I'll definitely be excited, man. And you can't like, ain't nobody ever told a story, you know, this wicked of Pinocchio. Like,
this is a dark Pinocchio.
This is a dark Pinocchio, man.
Yeah, it's a dark Pinocchio.
Yeah, if they play with any of this shit, like, oh, if I tell a lie, my nose grow long, and then you cut people down with your nose or something, that should be sick.
That's funny, dude. You dumb guy. You cut people down. You just nose poking, dude. You just clucking. Dude, I think I lost you, man. Look at you, sucker. Come on, man. Come on. I've lost you. Where you at? Where you at? Hello, hello. Oh man, dude. Anyways, all right, we'll get into my number 4 then. My number 4 of this year is Starfield. Starfield. Number 4. Number 4. Yeah. So my number 4 is Starfield.
Okay.
I got you, man. I got you.
Right.
I was like, the show must go on, man. The show must go on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Anyways, I went on with my number 4.
Wi-Fi wanted to play games with me. All right, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is just Starfield. So it's not my number 1, dude. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Good. That shit better not be your fucking number 1, man. All right. Yeah, Starfield, solid pick. It's your number 4, so it's up there. You really put a lot on Bethesda's shoulders, man, with Redfall and Starfield being so damn high. But I feel you. They gonna be solid games, I'm sure. So it's just a matter of time of when they come out.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. So
yeah. All right. So, do I got lag? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I'm trying to figure this out, man. What do I do here?
Okay, I feel like it's a little bit of lag. Okay,
oh, there is, like, you're probably hearing me late, right?
What you got? Yeah, I think I am. You gotta put Shang-Chi in the center. That dude looking beefy, right?
Yeah, but then I don't know how I win another lane, though.
Damn, man, why is my internet just like lagging right now? Let me see. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna try something real quick.
All right, man. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to win this game right now, dude. Sorry, no, there's no clear path to victory here. If he plays it there, then he wins. I mean, I don't know. I could try this. I don't know. We'll just see what happens here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, that shit like a lot better, I think. Okay.
I snaked it from this guy.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi was the move, man. Shang-Chi was the move.
In the middle, right?
Yeah. Shang-Chi was the move, man. That was the move.
All right. So before my shit fucking collapses on me again. So my number 4. You gave your 4, right? Starfield?
Yeah, Starfield. Yeah.
Okay. My number 4 is Spider-Man 2. So that shit was on my list. That shit was on my list, but it was just a little bit higher, man. Like I said, I loved the shit out of Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2014. And I'm just ready to play the next rendition, man. And see where they take the story, and just get more of the gameplay. You know, more web slinging. It's not too many games that you just really enjoy traversing through a large world or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this was one of them. You know, Arkham Knights, that one, I think it was really only like one character that had a really good traversal, and that was Nightwing. And, you know, the scale of things, that's why I mention it, you know, for like a big ass city that you gotta patrol through or whatever. Like, Spider-Man's the best one.
Usually traversing is basically, you know, a chore. But in like Spider-Man 2, it's actually fun. Like you actually are enjoying it, right?
And then the fact that they allow you to do like them little flips and twists and shit, and you know what I mean? While you're doing it, instead of making it boring, you can add some pizzazz with it, you know, a little flair. You know what I'm saying? That's always fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no doubt. That's my number 4, man. So all right. So what about your number 3? Give me your number 3.
All right, man. Number 3. Here we go. I'm punching in number 3. My number 3 is Hogwarts.
Hogwarts Legacy got your number 3, huh?
My number 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, number 3. What is that, like too high, too low annoyance? What do you think it's not high enough?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, you know, to each their own, you know.
Dude, it's in my top 3, man. You can't. It
is. It's in your top 3. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'll ask, since we are here and we talked about it and stuff like that. We've talked about it before, whatnot, but you know, we're constantly, I don't know about you, but I've been keeping up with some of the info and whatnot on Hogwarts Legacy, and I still constantly see a lot of the outrage from people, just because of J.K. Rowling and whatnot, and even though she's not involved, it's still her work involved and all of that, and like, you know, they did check with her on certain things to make sure that stuff was like as accurate as it could possibly be to the world that was created by her and whatnot. But like that still doesn't really bother you like that? No, I
don't care at all. I didn't disagree with what she said. Like, I didn't think what she said was a big deal at all. So, I mean, for me, it had no impact whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm going to play this game and enjoy it, you know, as much as I would, you know, Fable. For me, this is my Fable. You know what I mean? This is
your Fable, huh? Fable is a fucking awesome game, man.
I don't know if we're going to be getting Fable, man.
Yeah, so. Man, I don't know. We might eventually get Fable, but yeah, we don't know what's in store for Fable these days. Yeah, I mean, granted, some of the things she said she shouldn't have said, for sure. There were things that she should have just, at the most, just kept to herself. She didn't need to bring any of those things to light. You know, so I understand that people would be outraged about how she feels about certain things or whatnot in certain situations. But at the same time, when I look at this and I look at the people who are making the game and all the work that they've put behind it, and literally all they're doing is trying to stay true to the world because of the fans of the story and whatnot. That's all they're trying to do. They sat there and they added everything that she was against, and they've made their stand saying that she doesn't have anything, like she doesn't dictate anything on the game. All they've done was like, hey, did this door have this, or was this in this room, or things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just all design questions that they asked her. So therefore, it wouldn't make me stay away from this game. And I do believe that some of the extremes that people are going to, saying like, oh, if you support this game, you don't support this, you don't support that, or you support this and this, you know what I mean? I do think that those are a bit extreme. But like, yeah, I mean, this is a game that I'm looking forward to as well. So, you know, to see this on your top 3, you know, is solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, if you have to read, you know, you have to read through the things that she said and really understand what she's saying. You know, I think like I feel like people are mad crazy sensitive in this day and age we live in. And like, even if you say something in relation at all to any protected group of people, even if it's not even that controversial, even if you just say anything about a protected group of people, you get ostracized in our society. You get canceled. And
yeah,
I'm
for
definitely
sure.
not for cancel culture. I think people should be able to voice their opinions, their whatever they may be, and not lose their livelihood and not lose any of their credibility as far as like money making. And I just don't agree with that. You know what I mean? And so for me, JK can say what she wants. I would fight and die for her right to say it, whether I agree with it or not. But I think if you really examine what she says, she makes valid points in her perspective. And that should be allowed. And she should be able to still make art. And she should still be able to make video games. And people can enjoy the games if they want to enjoy them. And canceling people for things that they say, I definitely don't agree with at all. So for me, that has no bearing on whether or not I buy the game.
Well, I mean, I disagree with you a bit in you know, just saying any and everything. I feel like some things, like I said before, like some things you should just keep that shit to yourself. Like you shouldn't announce that shit to the world. You should keep that shit in private with your small circle or whatever, because some things that you say can be harmful, especially if you have the power. Like if you have a big following behind you or whatnot, there's a lot of people that rally behind words. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of stupid people that rally behind shit said by people who they deem, you know, to be on that pedestal.
But words in and of themselves are not harmful to anybody. I can't help what anyone else chooses to do. And I can't help if anyone else misunderstands me. And I can't help if anyone else does something with something I say that I completely didn't mean to occur. Right. So
but you know when you have influence, though. You know when you have influence.
What other people do with their own bodies is on them.
People
should not be penalized for speaking air into the wind. They're just words. They hurt nobody.
I feel like that's a cop-out in some ways, though, because you do know when you have influence, when you know that you can say, like, oh, you know, like just influences in general. You know what I mean? There's certain people that got a lot of people that follow them. So if they suggest this brand or this restaurant to go to or whatever, that restaurant is going to be booming, or that brand is going to get sold out really quick. You know, those people have that certain type of power because a lot of us are out here like sheep. And so there's certain people that when certain things are said, man, shit gets crazy. We've seen that before in office. We've seen it, you know, many a times, you know, just
yeah, but what are you saying?
Every day.
Like if you someone recommending something, that's different. If you're calling someone to violence, then I agree with you. But if you're just voicing an opinion on a perspective when it comes to any topic, and someone does something other than what you're saying, you have no control over that.
Well, if you're saying
violence, I agree. Like if you said, let's go hurt these people or let's go and do, yeah. And you have those words can lead people to do do things that are harmful to other people. But just voicing your opinion on something that's a perspective on something I don't agree with you on, or you don't agree with me on. No, I don't agree with you. I think everyone should have the freedom and right, and the not just the freedom and right, but the expectation that they're not going to be canceled for just voicing what's in their head. I don't believe in mental censorship, that I'm afraid to talk about what I want to talk about because what could happen to me. Even if I talk about just mentioning like for J.K. Rowling, just mentioning just transgender ideas, and I'm going to be canceled for that. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's not good for society. Censoring people's opinions and thoughts and ideas. If they're bad ideas, then they should just be fought with other bad thoughts and opinions, not with canceling. I don't agree with that whatsoever. But calls to violence, calls to action that can harm people, then I would agree with you. Those are not protected things that you can say.
Well, sometimes people don't take like a specific thing. Like
that's
if
what I'm saying. I'm not responsible for that.
You might not say, but in a sense, you kind of are. You just have to watch what you're saying. And to you, who not a whole lot of people would care about their opinion or to say, you and me, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't matter as much. But when you have a whole bunch of people who they might feel like you're their hero or something like that, and you say, I don't like this, or I don't like that, I think this is disgusting, or I hate, this type of action or these people or something like that. You didn't say like, oh, I want to kill them all, or I want to abolish this or whatever. But the people hearing it might think, oh, that's what I could do because I can't like help them myself. I can only buy their products or whatever. But if I help and try to abolish this or destroy this or whatever, maybe I can get on their good side, their good graces or whatever. I'm just saying that's I know you can't sit here and try to like monitor everybody, but you do have to watch what you say. There's a reason why people try to, in those high up positions, there's a lot of people that literally will get scrutinized over every little thing that they say, because things can be taken and flipped out of context and used to empower something else that shouldn't be empowered or whatnot. And it's just like, oh, I was just, they asked me like about the weather and I said this or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to try to watch your sayings and things like that. But there's certain things that you should
trust
keep.
Me.
Should keep
it's bad for society because from that perspective, no one knows when or what will set someone off. It could be anything. You think something's benign, but to someone else it isn't. That's what I'm saying. You can't have this policed speech society because you don't know what will hurt someone or won't hurt somebody. It could be something that you think is benign, that you don't think is that controversial, and a whole swath of people find it controversial. That's what I'm talking about. That's not a society that I want to live in. I think if we had a perspective that is people can think what they want to believe, and I can disagree with them, but they can think what they want to believe, and they can think those things, and it's not going to cause me to do anything, unnecessary or physically harmful to somebody else. We need to let people have their opinions and thoughts. Otherwise, you live in a society in which anything can be misguided into hurting someone acting on something you had no idea would occur.
Yeah, but it's like
not black and white. I think that you think like, oh, we know what you shouldn't say. No, we don't. It's not black and white. We don't know the things that we're allowed to say and things we're not allowed to say. We don't. So you just move through life worried and afraid of every word you say is going to rob you of your livelihood. I don't want to live in that world. That's a censored world. I thought we lived in a free speech society, not a censored speech society.
Ain't shit free speech over here, dude. Ain't nothing. Nothing is free speech, man. Nothing has been free speech for a long time.
It should be. That's what I'm advocating for.
should and is two totally different
Well,
things.
that's what
I agree
I'm
with you.
advocating
Certain things,
for.
it should be
That's what I'm
certain freedom of
advocating,
speech,
man.
but the problem is you can say something bad about your employer or whatever, and it's just your opinion, and you can get fired the next day. Yeah, you could outright say that shit. Yeah, you said it. It's cool, whatever. But you're not gonna work here with that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as people. You know, let's say J.K. Rowling. Man, I hate redheads. Them fuckers are annoying, man. I don't fuck with them at all. I don't like redheads, not one bit. Damn,
That's
really? That's how you
irrelevant
feel?
to me.
You got red hair, but it's like,
I know, but why would that matter to me? She
bro,
can say that all
it's
she
the
wants. I
people.
could care less.
It's the people that think that certain people are their heroes, man, that they really admire these people. They really admire what they've done, their work. It's somebody,
but
like, like on a level like of your dad or something like that. If your dad said, I hate people with a certain feature that you have or a certain characteristic of yourself or whatever, you would feel a different type of way. You would be like, well, damn, Dad, how you really feel? You know what I mean? Like, how do you really feel about me?
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not going to
but
support you.
We should be prosecuting action, not words.
Well, the action, okay, if that's, I don't know if you quite hearing me or understanding or whatever, but if somebody is somebody that I've been supporting for years or whatever, I've been watching their movies or whatever, says that they hate black people, I'm not fucking with that dude no more. Like, I'm not. Like, why would I support somebody who don't support me in my life in a way? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna back that guy anymore. He won't be getting my ticket, my movie ticket. I don't care how big the movie is or who else is in the movie. If that guy is the star of the movie, he gets paid from that movie on how well that movie does. I'm not supporting that shit. Why? Because he hates black people, and I am black.
Fine. That's
well,
fine.
but
that's fine. But see, that's not what's happening in our society. In our society, it's more
what's happening, but they're trying to pump it even more.
No, it's more like this. It's more like, I have an opinion that it could be anything. It could be like black people are more athletic than white people or something. An opinion on how the races can be different. And then someone can misconstrue that as saying like, oh, you hate white people? No, that's not what I'm pointing out. A perspective I have about the races. Or like with J.K. Rowling, I'm pointing out a perspective I have about transgenders and sex. Not that she hates transgenders or that she hates this or hates redheaded people. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about having a perspective or an opinion. Calling for hatred is different than having a perspective or opinion on the races or sex or gender or anything that someone might have strong feelings about. That's what I'm trying to say. We're turning in someone's perspective or opinion and then assigning hatred to it, assigning violence to it, when that's not what those things are.
Yeah, well, not to keep going further off the topic of our top 10 anticipated games and whatnot. I hear what you're saying, and that would probably
just
be a
because I
conversation
think
that we
it's
would
violent.
have to. Yeah, we would have to probably like go into that conversation a little bit deeper. Pull up the words that were said that insinuate all of this hatred towards her, and then kind of like dissect that stuff and talk about that. We could do that on another podcast, but so that we can wrap this up and not go any further to mess up the top tens. Finishing off with your selection of the top three. I think that Hogwarts Legacy is a good choice for being on your list. So I don't fuck with the spot, but I understand you probably got some games that's probably better or whatever that's on your list, that you want to put it at. So I see it. For number 3 for me is Black Myth Wukong. I don't know if you got that one on your list at all. But
hey man,
I know.
where did you have
What?
Wulong at? Is that your number? Okay, that's right. We haven't done 1 and 2 yet. Okay, all right. My bad. Okay, all right.
Trying to spoil my tops, man.
Okay, I got you. I'm shutting up, dude. I just wasn't sure if this is coming out, man. I don't know what's going on with this game. We haven't heard anything about it.
I don't know either, but I did see that it was positioned to be I think Q4 of 2023, something like that. So it's another one of those things that might be coming out or not. But like I said, I know my top 2 are for sure coming out this year. But this one, I'm hoping it comes out this year because I was really excited about this shit. The moment I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, who's the people doing this? And when's this bitch out? Because I want to play this, man. This game looks amazing. It looks like something that I'll enjoy the shit out of, and that I might even want to platinum if possible. I don't really platinum shit, but yeah, if I could platinum something, this might be one of those that I try to platinum.
Dude, it might be hard to platinum, dude. These are
it might be hard as shit, man. But it can't be no harder than trying to find every little fucking thing on a map, on a big ass map, like Spider-Man and GTA and shit like that, So it's probably definitely got some difficulties on it. But yeah, man, I'm all here for it. I'm ready and willing to play this bitch. Give me a demo, something to hold me down. But yeah, if this shit drops 2023, man, this might be a solid contender to game of the year, man.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I think it would.
I just think
so
much hype blew up from this that I worry that
it'll live up to it. Yeah,
and they're gonna just keep delaying it and then keep delaying it until they think it's good enough, right? And who knows when we ever get it. But yeah, this game looks sick, dude. Totally awesome. I mean, look at that. Look at how the snow is still affected by all the movement, and it looks like a fight took place here, man.
Yeah, you see all the footsteps in there. Yeah. The snow is all the trails from the hits, all that shit. Yeah, it's in there. And I think this bitch is in Unreal Engine 5 too. So fucking
it is.
Hell yeah.
It is.
Hey, this bitch about to look wicked. Yeah. I want that. Cool, man. I need that. Yeah, man. So
you're missing a game, bro. I can tell right now. When I think about the rest of the games that we have, you're missing one. You're missing a big one, dude.
Oh, well, you better show it to me here, man.
Because I'm pretty sure I know what your top 2 are.
I want to see, man. You're going to have to show me, man. If it's in your top 2 and I'm missing it that heavy, I'm fucking up. So I need to know.
So you're definitely missing my top 2, but one of them, I can understand you not putting it there. But the other one, I can't understand why you wouldn't put it there. So
okay.
I'll just say that.
All right. So I mean, do you want to save? You want to go first for your number 2, or you want to go second?
I'll go first. Yeah, I go first.
All right, go ahead.
My number 2 is Hollow Knight Silksong.
Okay, Hollow Knight Silksong. All right, that's the one. That's one how you can see that it's not in my top. Is that the one?
Both of mine. I said both of my top 2.
Okay.
I said both of my top 2 are 2 games that you missed.
Okay. All right.
But I can understand you kind of missing Silksong. I can understand why maybe you wouldn't put that. You missed it in the sense that you didn't put on your list, but it's not like a huge miss that I'm shocked that you missed it. Right? My number 1 though, I'm shocked you missed it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
say. Number 1, I want to see that.
I'm actually shocked that you missed it. So yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong, a massive Hollow Knight. Definitely probably next to Castlevania's. This is probably my absolute favorite Metroidvania game. Was Hollow Knight. I thought the music was incredible. I thought the combat was incredible. I thought the setting was incredible. I thought the progression system with the little emblems and stuff was super fun. The combat was exciting. I don't know. There's just very few things wrong with this game. It's masterpiece level quality gameplay for me. So
yeah, Hollow Knight was an excellent game, man.
So and then Silksong looks just as sick, maybe even better, right? So this is a game that I'm massively anticipating and super excited to play. And not my number one, but like I said, it's my number two. Like that's how much I'm excited to play this game, man. Like I'm mad crazy excited to play this. So I'm actually surprised you didn't even put on your top 10, but it's not that big a surprise because it is a little bit more niche and it is a little bit more like taste. But I know you like Hollow Knight.
Yeah, Hollow Knight was a good game, and for sure I could probably take something else off of there. Like this is like my anticipated list, right? So although I believe that Hollow Knight was a great game and that Silksong would be another good game, there was a couple other ones that I would really want to see more take place than Silksong. But I would definitely more than likely end up playing Silksong this year when it comes out, or if it comes out, or whatever. I'll definitely end up playing it for sure, because it'll just look like it'll be a good sequel. But I never really finished Hollow Knight. I got deep into it. I got far, but I never finished it. So yeah. But for my number two, can you still hear me? Okay. All right. For my number two is Wo Long Fallen Dynasty.
Yeah.
So like I said before, like Ninja, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like anything Ninja, I'm here for it. Like I don't even really gotta tell me much. They could just give me a name. Say it's from fucking Team Ninja. And I'm like, where's my card at? Here. Like, swipey swipe. Let me get that. But from everything that I've seen on it, it just looked like it was super dope and more of the shit that I love coming from Ninja. And if it ends up doing just that, I will be happy. I don't mind getting my ass handed to me until I get better at perfecting it, because that's exactly how Neo was and Neo 2 was. Neo more so. You was getting real fucked up until you really figured it out, like the pace and how you got to approach the enemies and stuff like that. But after Neo, I was ready for it in Neo 2. So I'm hoping I should be able to adapt quickly to this one. And I'm super excited because the bitch is like damn near around the corner. Like it's about to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm ready to play this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's get it on. So that's why it's my number two.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. I can understand with as much as you like Ninja and Neo and stuff, I could totally see why you'd put this high in your list. It looks incredible, no doubt about it. But like I was saying, man, I'm really surprised that you didn't put my number one here. I'm really surprised, man. Like you're totally forgetting something, man. Something, because I already know what your number one is, dude. So
you know what my number one is. Tell me what my number one is, man. Tell me.
Oh, you want to do number one first? Okay, we'll let you do yours first.
Yeah, I'll do number one. All right. Yeah,
no, your number one is Hogwarts Legacy, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is, man. That's about to be awesome. That's why I was surprised it was your number three. I'm like, damn. Okay, there's something else. That's
no, Hogwarts Legacy is dope as heck, man. I'm excited for it, bro. Like top 3.
But I mean, you put Silksong over
I am. I'm more excited for Silksong over this, man. Like
that's crazy. Like this shit. When we saw this, we was like, damn, this bitch about to be epic. Like if this comes out the same year as Elden Ring, like. I mean, it's not gonna be a competition, right? Because Elden Ring is just the shit, but it's definitely runner up. Like if something else come out at the same time,
I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I would say this is better than God of War Ragnarok.
Ooh, we ain't played
like there's other games.
I mean, God of War Ragnarok is a great story, and great gameplay, but we just don't know what to expect in this one, though. It's a lot of magic and shit going on. There's a lot of shit that they've been keeping under wraps. And I mean, every week I've had to stop looking at YouTube videos because they just keep releasing shit every week now.
I don't watch them. I know. I'm like, I don't watch them.
I don't even want to hear no more because y'all gonna spoil the whole game for me. Yeah. So, but I mean, a lot of this stuff looks dope. It looks like it's a lot of stuff to do to keep you busy. I feel like the freaking platinum trophy list is gonna be big. Like it might be like 72 things or something like that on there to do to get platinum or something. Like it looks heavy because there's just so much stuff out there that you can do, especially with having these animals and then making sure these animals stay like happy so that you can get like a whole bunch of raw rare
dude,
materials.
I'm not gonna lie though, like my list, a lot of my list, as you could probably see, is like a lot of sequel stuff. So kind of like stuff that I know is really good already, and they're making like sequels to them, and games that are kind of like brand new that we don't know anything about, like Atomic Heart and like Instance Hogwarts Legacy, are a little lower just because I don't know for certain.
You're not really sure if they're gonna be
right. I don't know like for certain if it's like I know, and you can feel confident Wo Long is going to be dope because Neo 1 and Neo 2 was great, right? Like we know these games are like basically sequels to each other, right? You can watch Wo Long and that's freaking Neo. That's just Neo right there, right? So like it's going to be awesome. This is like a whole new thing. Like I love, but why it's high on my list of the top 3 is because it looks like they're doing all the right things with it. Like they're doing with Harry Potter what I think we all wished with Harry Potter. Yeah. We actually get to be a student at Hogwarts, right? Like, I mean,
bro,
I think,
you
like,
get to do the Harry Potter shit, but you don't gotta be Harry Potter. You get to be you. Like, you get to pick your character, play your character how you want, and then transition through the world how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta follow like the set storyline path, that follows like the movies and shit. So it's dope, that you get to like go in this world and you get to experience dungeons and all this other stuff, man. That shit is sick. Like, I'm just looking forward to it, man. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I've been waiting, but I'm about to pre-order that bitch like next week, something like that, to make sure that I got like all the bonuses. I'm gonna get my PS5 copy, so I'm gonna have all of that.
Yeah, this comes out in March.
Yeah, hold on a second. Huh? The tub. Yeah, the tub don't come out with nothing. All right. What were you saying?
This comes out in March?
No, it comes out in February.
Oh, this is February. Dang.
Hogwarts Legacy comes out in February.
This
so
is
like
right around the corner, man.
Yeah. That's why, that's why it's
February
my number
10th,
1.
Too, early February.
It actually comes out on the 7th if you pre-order the deluxe version because you'll get 72 hours early access. So it's even that much closer. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but can you go to the store or you have to do that like digitally?
No. It's on both. You could go probably from GameStop or whatever or Best Buy still. And then if you do a digital deluxe and pre-order it, it's still the same thing. 72 hours. If you get the deluxe, which just means you pay in the $80 for it, then you get the 72 hours early access. But yeah, man, I'm ready for it, bro. Like, I'm looking forward to it.
But that's a Tuesday, man. That's a bad day for me.
It's a Tuesday. Yeah. I mean, I want the digital deluxe because of the Dark Arts pack stuff that's in there. And then the extra mounts. I think you get like the Dark Arts mount, the little like bony winged guy, and then you get the hippogriff. You get both of those. And those apparently are mounts that you cannot get in the game, in the regular game. Like you only get them through that. Now, of course, it doesn't matter because this is just a single player game. It's not a multiplayer game at this time, but that's all that matters. What?
Oh, kitchen, right?
Yes. But yeah, so that's the cool part about getting the deluxe stuff. You know what I mean? And then you just get that early access. But yeah, it's like it sucks because it's on a Tuesday. And we working and shit like that, so we might not have enough time to really like utilize the 72 hours early access.
Right. That's why I'm not sure. The 10th is a Friday, which is perfect for me, right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
You can play all night. You can play all night when the kids go to sleep. But the Tuesday, I mean, I won't even be able to take advantage of that. Even though that's interesting to me, like being able to get it early is definitely intriguing to me. But I won't be able to play it really. So
yeah, actually, you might be right on the 72 hours early access. I know it's on the deluxe. I don't know how it would work for the physical copy because I don't think.
Yeah, I think you would have to buy it like the digital version, and you get 72 hours.
Digital.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But I was planning on buying the deluxe version just because of the extra pack and the shit that they give you that you can't get in the game. So I'm not really a huge fan of Harry Potter, but I am a fan of the world. I like the world. You know what I mean? I don't know the ins and outs of every little thing about Harry Potter and shit like that, but magic and all that shit, I like all of that. So, something like this, I would have a lot of fun with it. So, being in Hogwarts and being able to have that experience myself instead of living it vicariously through Harry or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm more for that situation. So this is right. That's why it's my number one, man, because it's right around the corner and I'm ready to play it. So yeah, sure, all right, man. So let's see this fabled number one that I didn't missed. And
can you guess it? Yeah, I'll give you a shot. Can you guess it, man?
You would have to tell me, like, is it literally like a number two, or is it like a spiritual successor? Because
I'm not saying anything. I'm seeing if you could just think of it. You can't think of what it could possibly be.
I'm trying.
Right, here we go. You ready? You ready?
What is it? Monster Hunter? I don't even know what that shit say. Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is on my list. Yeah. Diablo 4 was definitely there, but I don't know if that bitch is coming out this year.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's set solid for sure.
Yeah, I believe that's what let me look it up real quick. Diablo 4 is June 6th. It's a set date, June 6th.
June 6th. Ooh, it's a June date, along with your Final Fantasy 16, man.
That's right, man. This is the game I'm most excited for.
Okay. Yeah, Diablo, you're right. You're right. I definitely did miss Diablo on that list. I could have definitely took off Starfield out this bitch for Diablo. For sure.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, it's one thing to forget like Silksong Hollow Knight, because I kind of understand that, but I'm really surprised that you didn't put Diablo 4 on your list.
I have a lot of hopeful wishes for games this year.
Because Diablo 4 looks amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Diablo 4 definitely did look great for sure. Yeah, man, Diablo 4.
And you're buying that day one, right? And you know that you're buying, you're playing at hours. How many hours are you putting Diablo 3? Hours, probably, like so many hours in that game.
We played Diablo 3, dude. We put probably like 200 some, maybe 300 hours in that shit. We played the game so many times, just getting the different levels of the gear and stuff like that. Like, we put countless hours into that shit. It was a great game, man. And it still has longevity now. If you're really into it and you still like collecting the pieces of gear, like this motherfucker's still playing it now, still going. But
totally, man, absolutely.
But yeah, the only thing I would have to do is try to avoid the hackers on the PC who figure out how to juice up the gear and shit. I'd have to avoid them because they'll obliterate a game real quick. But yeah, no, that's a good choice.
Yeah, so I was like really surprised when I was thinking about yourself. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? What am I missing, dude? Because how's it not in here? I'm like, oh my gosh, I think he forgot about it. Because when I was thinking what was left, I was like, wait, we haven't done Wo Long yet. I know that's on your top. And we haven't done Hogwarts yesterday. I know that's on your top. So he's totally forgot it. He totally forgot Diablo 4, dude. And like, sure enough, man.
Yeah, I could probably switch out like Flintlock or Liza P for Diablo just because I don't know when the exact drop date is for either of those.
And Flintlock and Liza P are kind of like the same game but different setting, right? They're very similar games.
Yeah. Dude, so I would probably keep Liza P. Switch out. If anyone looks
at your top 10 list, dude, they know for certain that this dude loves Souls-like games. You have like 6 of them on your list, dude. Souls-like game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
if it's a Souls-like, I'm there, dude.
What's on here that's Souls-like? Wo Long, Wukong, Liza P, Flintlock, and that's really it.
So
Atomic Heart, yes, one.
Your list of Dark Souls.
3, 1, 2, 3, 4 games. About 4 games on the list of 10.
I guess the only one for me would be like Stellar Blade. I have 1. I have one. That's Stellar Blade. It's basically like
Stellar Blade, yeah.
Game. But you got freaking 4 of them hoes, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they all got like different stories though, so that's a good thing. Is that
they do? They're different settings too. Like they kind of feel different.
Stories.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Liza P is totally out there, man. Like that's way different than Flintlock, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And
but
if
they play
out,
similar, but they play because they're both Souls-like games, you know?
Yeah, man. So there you have it, man. That's our top 10 anticipated games for 2023, man. Yeah, we'll see how this year goes. I guess we'll look back in December and see how many of these shits actually came out this year.
I know. Looking at our list, like, what's your best bet? Like, what, like, let's say 2 games on here you think will not make it. Like, I think we could both say Starfield's probably at the top of our list of probably not making it. That would maybe not launch this year, right?
I have more faith.
And then Skull and Bones ain't making it.
I would say my 5, 6, and 7, my Liza P, Skull and Bones, and Flintlock, more than likely might not make it. They might not. They might be 2024s. And I knew there were stretches when I put them in there, but I'm really excited for them, and I would love to play them.
See, I'm pretty certain Diablo 4 is coming this year, Hogwarts this year, Spider-Man, Atomic Heart, Redfall, Final Fantasy 16, and Resident Evil 4 are all going to make it. I don't know if Hollow Knight 6 Silksong will make it to this year. And
also got Wukong
Stellar Blade. I don't know if Stellar Blade will make it this year either. But
yeah, Wukong might be a stretch too of coming out. I mean, it's say quarter 4 or whatever, but there's quite.
Yeah, I really don't know about Wukong. Only be a delay for sure. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, guess we'll see, man. But yeah, man, interesting list. I liked like all of the games on your list. There was like 3 that I missed that were on there, which was Stellar Blade, Silksong, and Diablo 4, of course. And
Resident Evil 4, you didn't include that.
Yeah, I didn't include Resident Evil 4, but that was because I've already played Resident Evil 4.
But you mentioned 3 games that you liked on my list that you might have included on yours. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely would have put Diablo 4 on my list. I could definitely see Alter in my list to slide Diablo 4 into one of them spots, for sure on there. And Final Fantasy 16 too could probably take one of my other spots.
Yeah, I think I could easily probably find room for Lies of P. That one does excite me. That from your list that I would have probably I missed, but I probably would have wanted to include on mine for sure. So.
Yeah, man. So
that's why we do this, man. 2 separate lists, right?
Yeah, man. Kind of see, just help us remember what's out there. You know what I mean? Because as you see, I missed a couple. You know what I'm saying? And I brought up a couple that was like, oh yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, you got me on a couple, man, that I totally forgot about. Yeah.
Huh?
How old is the house?
1954.
1954.
I got some stuff going, so I gotta wrap it up. But yeah, as always, man, appreciate you joining me again for another pod. It's a whole nother year, so we got a shit ton of games to talk about, hopefully. And hopefully not a lot of postponements, man. I want to play a lot of games this year, so hopefully I'll have like a way bigger list this year to choose from for top 10 games of 2023. But yeah, thanks for everybody joining us. We appreciate y'all for clicking on the video. If you ain't followed or subscribed yet, it'll help us out. Be cool. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later. Deuces.
Peace.